What's up, nerd family and church family? Hey, it's me, Enosh, and my new buddy James.
Hey there.
Wonder Twin Powers activate. We're here at Echoes of Faith Church, the church that I am pastoring now. And look, I keep talking about it being my grandma's church, but we're truly changing it. And I mean, it's still going to be the church that she pastored. But I was just telling James, I feel like this is like one of those shows where they come in and like they just like renovate the place and make it all new.
Extreme home makeover.
Extreme church makeover. So we're having some fun. So look, I know I know there's a new Batman trailer. I have not watched it yet. Have you watched it yet?
I have not.
No, I've not. We haven't even
Purposely staying away.
I haven't had a chance to watch the Batman trailer. I apologize. So Donovan says, so much Marvel news yesterday. Was there? Dude, I was so excited. I meant to stream last night. I totally crashed, man. I apologize. But hello to all of our Facebook friends. And we're gonna talk about this stuff. So just stay with me for a second. But Donovan says so much Marvel news yesterday. It's kind of funny because my worlds kind of overlap.
Oh, yeah,
James. So we got the nerd stuff and the church stuff, and it's like getting your peanut butter and your chocolate and your peanut butter. It's good and it's tasty. All right. So so much Marvel news yesterday with rumors and scoops. Also see the new Batman trailer yet, Enosh? No, I have not, man. But you know what? Now that I know it's there, I will be there. We're waiting right now. Internet is getting set up. We're gonna have Wi-Fi here at the church, so everything should look really cool and really good. Because right now, when we've been broadcasting, I've been having to use my phone as a hotspot for my computer. So now we will have Wi-Fi for the church to be able to do what we need to do. And so,
And he'll be here between 3 hours and 3 years.
heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, they're already past due a little while. They're supposed to be here at 3. So I'm gonna take you on. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in just a second. But Tiff says, oh my god, guys, it looks so good. Yeah. Oh, just wait. Just wait. It's so cool. We got chairs today because we've been using these hard pews, which are nice. The pews are beautiful. They're hardwood, and people have been using like cushions from the 70s though to like try to sit on them and stuff because they're not padded pews, right?
At all.
So we got these awesome chairs. I'm gonna show them to you in just a second, but just wanted to kind of come to you guys with this because we got the chairs today. We're getting the internet today. Tomorrow we're getting some staging. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna see a whole new thing. Those of you who follow, thank you to everyone who follows my channel. And if you follow us over, there is an Echoes of Faith Family Church channel. I'm gonna add it to our thing. I tried to add like all the channels that we associate with. For some reason, it didn't save, so I apologize for that. But Echoes of Faith Family Church, you can find it because we actually have videos on there now. Now it's searchable. It wasn't searchable a couple of days ago. But we're on there. So please go and subscribe to that channel. I don't have the link right now because we're just doing this, but you guys will be getting the link. But you can just look up Echoes of Faith Family Church. You'll see our picture on it. You'll know it's us. Okay. But dude, we're doing Nerd Church, man. It's going to be awesome. We're setting this all up like a studio. So it's really my friend my old pastor Steve, he said the idea reminded him of like we're doing like Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect explanation for this. This is exactly how we're doing it. We're gonna have like a little table and desk over on one side. We're gonna invite people to come over, share their testimony, because this isn't just gonna be. There'll be days when I preach, and then there'll be days when we just have a teaching, and there'll be days that we just interact, right? And there'll be days when we have guests come in and share their testimony and where, like, who they are and like how they're making it, And I think I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a conversation. So we'll have that on one side, and we'll have the band on the other side, and look, if you're watching this and you're a friend of mine and you're in the Flint area and you're a musician, if you are, if maybe you're a worship leader and maybe you're just not doing anything right now, or maybe God's calling you out. Maybe God's doing something new with you.
Maybe you're just handy and want to give a hand.
God brought in James and his family, his wife Mandy and their family. Like how many times have I seen you in my life?
Probably 4, if that.
Right. And so the thing is, though, is that we're connected through friends and family and stuff. And literally, how long have you been looking for a church, James?
A year and a half. I've been trying to find a church. I've been to several ones. Let's turn that to vibrate. If you're watching, love you, Mom. But we've been trying to find a church for a year and a half here in Flint, and everywhere we went, we just didn't feel welcome. We were never, hello, my name is Pastor so and so. We've never got an introduction, anything. Never felt welcome. And we started coming here last Sunday, and just everything clicked. It felt fantastic. We felt welcomed, and it just feels like the place that we're meant to be.
I tell you what, already, man, we've just spent hours. Yesterday we had a big dinner here at the church. I cooked a turkey for the first time, and I got to say,
Oh yeah, it was
the turkey was excellent.
immaculate. Yeah,
It was really good, guys. Um, and so we had a great dinner. We talked for hours.
we checked it, and we were here for 7 hours, from 11 until what, 6, 7
Yeah,
at night.
it's like one of my live streams, guys. You guys know how it is. And look, I just want to let you know, look, if you like the YouTube channel, don't worry. The YouTube channel ain't going nowhere. The YouTube channel is not changing. We're not doing it. Look, this is just part of my life. You guys know. Look, we talk about the nerd stuff. We have the panels. We do all that stuff. But this is my life, right? And so, like, that's what my channel is about. It's about our life and stuff. So this is not me trying to force religion on anybody or whatever. I'm just showing you the inside of what I do. Okay, outside of talking about nerd stuff. So I hope that you understand that. I had a couple of people reach out to me and they were like concerned that I was going to turn the YouTube channel into like a church thing. That's not really the point.
Let's thump some Bibles.
Like right, like literally. And when I even share the Sunday morning services, I just wanted to have you guys know and like have a place where you guys could kind of transition, because eventually I'd like to just transition that over to the Echoes of Faith YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, I'm not trying to push that on you. You guys don't have to watch that, like but there are plenty. Let me just tell you, I do it because there are plenty of people who've reached out to me over time who enjoy that, who actually say thank you for broadcasting. It gives them a little bit of hope and a little bit of light in their life. And look, wherever you're at with that, with faith or religion, I never try to push that on anybody. Okay, as far as that, I'm not trying to pressure anybody into do that. I just share with you my life and what it means to me, and I hope that that can inspire you. Okay. And if you want to talk about that and have a conversation, reach out to me. We can have a conversation about it. I'm very open about it. Don't feel like you're, there are people who want to challenge you.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, whatever. And look, there's a couple of people who've
Tell
done
you
that.
what you're supposed to believe.
Look, there's a couple people do that. Here's what I say, guys. Look, there's people who are pastors and people of faith and everything that are on one side that are like, it's wacko. Okay, let's just admit it. Let's call it what it is. That people are just crazy, right? And then there are people on the other side of that who like have no faith and stuff. And look, if you're not a person of faith, if you don't go to church, if you don't like, or any religion or whatever, don't feel like Enosh is not going to be open to you. Okay, or that the Poindexter Lounge somehow is not going to be open to you, or even this church channel and what we're doing here. This is about embracing people. Okay, I have friends from every background. I have Muslim friends, I have Jewish friends, I have atheist friends, and you know what? The common ground is that we're just good to each other. Right? Instead of arguing about a bunch of different things about faith and what you believe and what I believe, I have that conversation. But even when I have a conversation with somebody, James, I'm respectful of people, and I understand that people are all at different places.
Right. It's a conversation, not an argument.
Exactly. Exactly. So, so if you have questions, somebody just put an angry face on this, and I don't know why. That's interesting.
I know. I look angry. It's just my normal resting face. I do apologize.
Are you mad at me? You do know that I'll be able to know who you are. I don't know why you would put an angry face on this. We're trying to reach people.
We have a
hope.
third chair.
There's a third chair here. Whoever you are, I guess I'll see it later, but I don't know. Put an angry face, because good things are happening here, and we're helping people. We literally just took food. I took 2 boxes of food and a bunch of other things and a few bags of food. I was by myself, so I kept having to make like runs and stuff like that to a family just this last weekend, like where the mother is fighting cancer, and they have 2 adopted sons who have different needs and stuff. And so, like, I don't know why you'd be mad. We're trying to help people. Really, that's all I'm doing, and in the process, share my faith. So that always baffles me. Like, and I don't focus on it, James, but it's like I don't know why somebody would be mad
Right.
with everything that we were just talking about, like of helping people, of reaching out to people. I don't know.
And if you're in the situation where you're the one who needs help,
Holy cow!
let us know.
Holy cow. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. So Tiff says James is good on camera, by the way. We'll have to have James on the channel more often.
I try.
What's
Vanna
up,
White
edits?
myself.
What's up, edits? Tiff-tastic here says, it looks so good, guys. I'm so proud of you. And James looks good on camera, by the way. Hint, hint. Okay. Apparently James looks good on camera. Laser Luke, what's up, Luke? I love this guy. Luke is great. He's got a great TikTok channel. It says Merry Christmas, Enosh. Merry Christmas to you. This is a studio. That's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. It's really gonna be good. Ed with some hearts. See, those are the people like that's awesome, right? James says, or Jimmy here says, I just subbed to your other channel, Enosh. Thank you, Jimmy. There's my buddy H Barts. Oh my gosh. Says, hey Enosh, how are you doing today? Is your day a Defoe day? Every day is a Defoe day. A Willem Dafoe day. Like sometimes you creep people out, but other people respect your talent, right? That's I think we just defined Defoe day.
Yeah.
Or like being a Defoe. My friend H Parts, he's funny because he really likes Willem Dafoe. And so he's always saying that make it a Defoe day or whatever. So there you go. That's what being a Defoeite is a Defoeite or a Defoe means. It's like some people you creep out and they don't always like your facial expressions, but other people really respect your talent and really respect who you are. I love it. I love it. Tiff-tastic. Hey, Tiff, how you doing? H Barts, we love you, man. We got to have you come over. He's not too far away. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Venomous Prime says, how you doing, Enoch? I'm doing excellent. It's a Defoe day. It's awesome. I'm trying to get to this because I see something. It says, Tiff-tastic says, I'm doing wonderful. Luke is saying Merry Christmas to everyone. Tiff is saying Merry Christmas to everyone. Here's Buddy Cast Network says, Enosh, praise report. My aunt is home from the hospital and recovering nicely. Thanks for the prayers. Good news is wasn't as severe as we expected.
Phenomenal.
Praise God. That's awesome. That is awesome. I am so glad to hear that. See, that's what I'm here for. I will talk nerd stuff. We'll talk Star Wars. We'll talk superheroes. We'll talk Marvel, DC, whatever you want to talk.
Anime.
Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about. But like, but I love the fact that when Buddy Cast Network was going through something here with his aunt and with his family, he messaged me. And I cared. I care. Okay. Like maybe this YouTube channel is different. Even my regular channel, even the Poindexter Lounge, it's just different. And the Facebook channel, everything that we're doing here, I really care about people. Okay. That's why I do what I do. When I created my channel, I created it, James, to create friendships.
Right.
And relationships. And that's what we want to do. And that's what we're trying to do with the church. What's up, Jared? Dark Side Xenosh. Good to see you, man. BuddyCast says, oh, this is the Dork Knight, by the way. Oh, this is my YouTube. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, I know the Dork Knight. The Dork Knight just had, him and his family had a baby. Him and his wife had a baby named Zach. And they bought a Poindexter Lounge onesie.
I love the name, by the way, because I have a 5-month-old. His name is Zeticus. So let's bring the Z's back. Let's get it running.
But the Dork Knight, he bought a onesie. A Poindexter Lounge onesie for his baby. And I think that's awesome. What's up, Richard Gilbert? Thank you so much. And then H Barts with $100 super chat. H Barts, you're awesome, bro. Says Defoe. Defoe. It's not the Church of Defoe, but that's hilarious. Thank you, H Barts. You are awesome. Let me see. You know what? I always do this because I usually save this for when we have a new member of the channel, but you know, $100 is a pretty big deal, and so we're gonna give you. Let me see where is it? I gotta find it. Oh, it's somewhere right here. He's upside down on my thing here. I gotta see where is it? It's weird. There it is. It's weird looking for this stuff on your phone instead of the computer. But here you go, bro.
Showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo!
We got the woos. We got the woos. Thank you, H Barts. You're awesome, bro. You are awesome. Tiff is happy. What's up, Peter Rabbit's Defender? Good to see you, man. Merry Christmas. What's up, Blake? Good to see you. Defoe. Everybody's Defoe. He says the beard is sexy.
I prefer majestic. Yeah. They're right there.
There you go. There you go. What's up, John? Says, hey, I hope you had a nice Christmas. I did. I can't wait to share with you guys what I got. I will do that tonight. I will do a stream. I'll show you some of the cool things that I got because I got a couple of really cool things. He's married, Saggy.
Just a touch.
But he is a good looking guy, and apparently he looks good on camera. So there you go. So we'll have to have him on camera more often.
I do try.
James, would you like to tell everybody like what things you're into? Because he
Yes.
watches the channel. So
I am into Star Trek, anime, anything movie trivia. I'm your guy for movie trivia. Magic the Gathering, a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm actually setting up a game here soon. It's my first time being a DM, and it's going to be fantastic.
we're literally gonna have like Magic the Gathering nights here at the church.
Yes, and also
Put your angry face up there for that if you don't understand that.
more than willing to teach. I love showing people how to do stuff. I am also a little bit of a handyman. I do a bit of everything, and I drive 18-wheeler for a job. And so, on top of that, I've got 3 kids, a beautiful wife. I mean, you probably look good too, but nah, she's kind of cute.
Saggy's just fun. Here's what you got to understand about Saggy. Saggy does that to everybody.
Oh, that's fine.
Like
I
she
know,
literally,
I'm
the
pretty.
first time she meets you, she literally just like flirts with you like nonstop, and that's Saggy, right? So we love her. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to put. I'm not gonna guarantee that we're gonna bring everybody in, but hold on a second, because really we're doing a bunch of stuff today. But hold on a second. What am I doing here? First of all, I want to see. Yes, we are broadcasting from the church. She says, I never said I wanted to mess with his marriage. I just like the beard. He can give it to me. He can regrow the beard. What do you want him to do? Like locks of love? Like cut the beard off?
I'm
hand it to
almost
you?
there. I've got another 2.5 inches.
Nice. H-Bar says, me and my parents are going to binge watch Cobra Kai on New Year's and then sadly go back to work the next day. I have not gotten into Cobra Kai yet. I've not watched any of it.
Oh,
Have
it's
you?
good.
Is it good?
Oh,
Everybody tells me it's good. I'm trying to finish The Witcher.
Definitely worth.
We've got like 3 episodes left of The Witcher that we got to finish, and then we're good. Hey, Nash, how are you planning to stream tonight? Yes, I'm planning to stream tonight. So yes, and also give my thoughts on Matrix Resurrections.
I haven't watched it yet.
Saggy's laughing. I love Saggy. She goes, I flirt with wives too. We know that, Saggy. She flirts with Tiffany all the time. She flirts. Yeah, look at there. There's Tiffany. She flirts with me too. Exactly. What's up, John Murdoch? Hey, man. I did have a good Christmas. I hope you had one as well. Zeno, I'm on my phone, so it's a little harder to do, and I don't have the Wi-Fi here because I've got my computer here, but I'll be posting links to everything. I got to get like a good link tree or
It's
something like that.
transitional. We're
to
getting
everything.
into it.
One day at a time. And by the way, Zeno, I got your message on Twitter. I will hook you up with the Discord, because we have a Discord.
Ah,
And so the problem I don't like about Discord is like you put the link out and it expires in 7 days. So it's not like other things where you can just put the link to your Discord like in your link tree and stuff, because the invite expires, and I don't like that. So I
Right.
apologize, Zeno, but I'll definitely get you on there. John Collins says, how does someone give specifically to the church aspect? So we do have online giving set up right now. So I got a link for that. But if I did it right now, I'd have to like close something down. So if you're looking to do that, I can post that. Also, you can use our other things right now if you want. Like don't do it through a super chat if you're looking to specifically give it to the church, just because YouTube takes a huge chunk of that, a big chunk. And so what I would suggest to you is in the meantime, if you're waiting for the online giving thing, I do have a link for that. But if you're waiting for that link, and you want to give something right now, you can use our Cash App link that's for the channel, or you can use our PayPal link. And if you use those, just specify that it is for the church, okay? And I will make sure that you get credit for that. Obviously, look, this is the end of the year. If you're looking for charitable giving, you can give right here to us and actually get a tax write-off for it. So, that's one of the good things about doing charitable giving is that you do get that. So we are a 501c3 charitable organization. We're trying to do some good in the inner city of Flint. So if you want to do that, just specify that it's for the church, and I will make sure that you get credit for that. Okay. And then, like I said, this was just an impromptu stream, really, because I just wanted to show you chairs. But you guys are so awesome. You guys start showing up, and H. Bart starts, dropping $100 super chats, and I mean, like it's a party, right? It's a party. It's all good.
Yep, we're gonna show off some chairs. So
Exactly. We're gonna show this off
just gonna
here.
Vanna White it.
Yeah.
right
So
here.
let me just gonna see. Okay. So, Dark Side Zena says put the beard in a bag for Saggy.
I got you, Saggy.
Let's see. Enosh says I was a bear. Says Enosh, are you familiar with James Harleman? He has a podcast called Cinema Gog or Cinema Gog, where he reviews movies and relays the Christian message within the movie. You would be good at that. Funny thing, I used to have a radio show called The Rock Show, and it started off because my friend was named John Rock, and we just kept the name. He retired. He had some health issues, so he retired, and I took over the show. I did that for 5 years. It ended up being topical, kind of like we do here, but it was more spiritual, but it was topical too. The way that started off was he had this idea to look at music, songs, and find the spiritual meanings in songs and like what they meant. I'll never forget because we did Chop Suey by
Mhm.
System of a Down.
Yeah.
We listened to, I think, 5 different versions of that song, including like elevator music versions and stuff like that. And we just kind of, like broke it all down. But yeah, I would actually, I might mix a little bit of that on that Echoes of Faith channel a little bit, showing people that that's going to be a little bit different and maybe breaking down some of those things. That's a great idea. Let's see. You know what? If you want to join the stream, hold on a second. Let me see if I actually have where is the it's hard to tell on here, Saggy, to be honest. Oh, guests. Hold on a second. Invited guests. Here we go. You know what? I will do this because I got time and I'm going to show you guys this anyways. So, ooh. But how do I post that in? Oh, okay. Hold on. This is just different, guys. I'm sorry. This is just different.
This is a weird setup.
It's a weird setup the way that they do here on there. But here's the StreamYard. If you guys if somebody wants to come in. And it's funny because okay, yeah, well, I posted
And that is his thumb, not my head.
that's my thumb. It's my thumb.
Although, pretty similar.
Party like a church star. I love it. With Christmas, but past is New Year's. Seeing the other side of the church. It's cool seeing the other. Oh yeah, that's the other side. Yeah. Where's the link to join the stream? I just posted it in there. So if you want to join, you're welcome to join. I love Chop Suey. I love that song too, man. I love Chop Suey. One of my favorite things was Landon when he learned to play Chop Suey. I came home one day and he was in the mudroom playing drums to Chop Suey. And I couldn't hear the music because he had it on his headphones and he's playing, but I knew what he was playing.
Right.
And that was when I knew that Landon was getting good.
Yeah, you
because,
walk in and think that.
Because I was like,
for me.
I stopped and I recorded it and I posted it on Facebook and stuff because I was like, the kid is playing Chop Suey. And I knew what he was playing. He was like, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, oh my gosh, the kid's getting good. The kid's getting good. All right. So let's show you guys what we're doing here. So we have had these hard pews here forever.
Confirm they are solid oak.
The 90s. Okay. When we first moved in here, my grandma had we had hardwood floors and it was like a tan, the ceilings were higher and everything, and it had this brown, like this part right here, paneling part was brown, dark brown, and but we had orange folding chairs. Then grandma carpeted it all purple in the 90s and redid everything. And then we painted all of the folding chairs white so that they matched. And then grandma got these pews because she wanted pews. And so we only had one row of pews. Well, we just took the pews out. We're trying to get rid of the pews. We're giving the pews away. We're giving them away. We're not even going to sell. We're going to try to bless somebody else. But God blessed us with these chairs right here. We got a great deal on these chairs. And whoops, hold on a second. Looks like we got somebody. Yeah, Saggy's here. Okay, we'll add her to the stream. What's up, Saggy?
I came for my beard.
Well, hold on a second. I got to turn you up. What now?
I came for my beard. I came to collect.
She likes the beard.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, we got to have you on more.
Also, just an update on it. Next week, we're gonna go ahead and braid it into 3 braids, and then braid 3 braids to 1. So
He's gonna be a Viking.
I do try.
Oh my God, Enosh, can you fix the layout? Thank you. Holy crap.
No, it's on my phone though, so it's like honestly, Saggy, have you ever tried to do this on your phone?
Yes, I have. Not host the stream. I've been on streams on my phone, but not host.
Yeah, but it's weird when you're hosting because like everything's in a
Yeah.
weird, different place. So how to get there is like different.
Also, I have the same chair as you.
Oh yeah, I like my.
Yeah,
It's not as
that,
comfy as they advertise, but it works.
yeah, it
Ooh,
does the job.
Blake says he binged Paradise PD, had a good time watching it, and had a few big yeah, a few. That
Hobson,
show-
yeah,
oh my gosh, I got drops from that show
that
actually.
show's wild.
Like this right here.
It's not a cult. These are just friends who do everything I say, offer me their bodies for sex, and occasionally kill people in my name. Does that sound like a call to you?
Oh, Dusty.
Why am I doomed to die alone?
Because you cried when Iron Man died?
I loved him 3,000.
They have a lot of pop culture references in that show.
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should introduce bearded friend. Oh, what is those chairs?
Oh,
And here's the thing. They're all cushioned.
check out the softness.
That's soft.
You sit your butt in that chair, it's gonna be soft. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it. I'm having to take down this picture of Jesus, the 11-fingered Jesus.
Why does he have 11 fingers?
My grandmother commissioned this picture. So we're gonna put a screen here so we can put up the words and different things. Stuff. He's got 11 fingers. Oh, now we're not dealing with Saggy anymore. Now, Sasha, is it Sasha?
Yeah.
Who is it?
How did you forget my name?
I don't know. What's up, Caleb? Good to see you, bro.
What kind of
Why are
crap
the
is
yellow
this?
tiles on the ceiling? So here's the thing. These tiles have been here since 1994.
1906.
Yeah. So the thing is that what we figured out was it's like moisture, but it's not from they're not there's not leaking. It's just the material that they're made of. They've just kind of yellowed over a while, right? And so we're gonna paint this actually. We're gonna paint these tiles. I think we're gonna paint them black because like we're doing this new studio thing. So this will all be raised. This will all be a platform raised up, and this whole front here is gonna be that was the best explanation that I've heard of it. It's gonna be like a talk show. So it's gonna be like a late night talk show kind of thing. So we'll have a desk and everything over here, and then we'll have the band over here, and it'll just be a cool like conversational place, you know. Bruce, my friend, says those chairs hold in farts. Just saying.
Correct. There
Well,
was
those chairs are gonna smell like butt.
testers.
Yep,
We went ahead and beta tested them, and they just hold them right in.
they're holding the farts in.
Are they flame retardant?
Are they flame retardant? Not if they got farts in them.
Mm.
But yeah, it depends on the usage. Actual usage may vary. So check out 11-Finger Jesus. My grandmother loved this picture. She's got this picture downstairs, the original picture that she had. Back in the 80s, she really wanted this picture. And so this guy named Paul Harris, he was a painter. She paid for this picture to be made. So it's beautiful. I mean, if you feel it, like it's hand painted, it's gorgeous. And the creepy thing is like the eyes follow you
Oh no.
Scarily.
anywhere.
It's miraculous.
Jesus is watching you.
Why does he look sad?
I don't know. You know,
Most
Can we get a happy Jesus? Why doesn't Jesus ever smile?
I don't know. Well, you know, I like it when Jesus smiles, right? Well, see, and here's the thing: does Jesus look like that? No.
No, he needs a little few. He needs some
Hey,
sun.
Buddy Christ. Buddy Jesus, where he's like,
Yeah, we need buddy Jesus. Why is Jesus always looking so sad and very serious? It's like, geez, he's Jesus. He's not a mugshot.
right? Right?
He's not a criminal.
Exactly. Saggy,
Make
I'm
him
right.
smile.
If Tastic brought up a good point, is there going to be a band going to be like the Roots? I would love that. I would love, if you are a musician here in the Flint area, please talk to me. We need good musicians. And I want to be in a place where like I can sit in with the band and play, but
My car.
yeah, right. But that we have other people who can do it, right? So that's awesome. But yeah, so
Happy
let me tell you this.
Jesus.
So the hands in the actual picture that she had are complicated because they got his hands are folded and it's weird. But I noticed once we got the painting, I don't know if you guys could see. So there's like a little finger shadow. I don't think that this finger shadow is supposed to be here. but like that's 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. But I don't know where this finger comes from right here. Like, I don't know if you guys could see that as well, but like, look at that. That's
That's a weird
complicated.
finger.
Like, fingers don't usually work like that. So the finger
He's
comes up
Jesus.
underneath. Yeah, that finger comes up underneath, and then this finger, I think this is supposed to be his pinky, but like I'm not sure which finger this is supposed to be, because according to this should be like his pointer finger, but that would be a 5th finger, because you got, this would be his pinky that's like barely there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then there's a thumb there, 10 and 11.
Why are you
So-
questioning the Lord and Savior's fingers? He's Jesus. He can have as many fingers as he wants.
That is a good point.
Yeah, I just guess he has 6 fingers on one hand.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
An extra finger for playing piano.
Yeah, exactly. You have extra finger to perform miracles with. You're analyzing Jesus' fingers too hard. It's a very, very, very weird.
It's a miracle finger.
It's a miracle finger, yeah. That's his miracle finger. Every time you see in the scripture where Jesus places a finger on the people to perform a miracle, that's his 11th miracle finger.
This is Sasha, by the way.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Yes,
Your beard
Sasha-
is as lovely. Saggy really wants it.
correct. I've gotten nothing but positive feedback so far, so we're gonna keep it for now
Okay.
until Saggy comes to claim it.
She will. She has a razor packed and ready to go. She's hitting there. If you see her at church, be very afraid.
I actually brought the straight razor with me, so I think we're good. I think we're ready to go.
Okay, good, because I think it's a little weird. I told her, do not go steal his beard at church. That's very, 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 very bad to do at a church. You know, you don't go to church to steal beards. That's very opposite what you go to church for. So, but she might do it, so be afraid.
Hey. If you get Bruce says, if I lived closer, I would play. Well, then you just need to move up here. I love it. And then he says, hands folded in front of him, looks like help desk Jesus. I wouldn't be happy if I was crucified. Analyzing art with Enosh, coming soon to viewers on stream.
Yep.
Yeah, people. Yeah, you know what? There are people who have an extra finger, so he's just one of them. Like,
Yeah.
But
right?
Next week we'll be doing a portion on a felt picture of Jesus's hand with a.
We
you
got
use felt?
got rid of this felt painting that my friend joked about, like that it might look like Elvis. My aunt actually bought that for my grandmother when she started the church. It's a beautiful painting, like even though it's on felt, like and it looks it's dated,
Yes.
but it's still special. So my aunt, I think, is gonna take that one.
Felt?
Don says, to be biblically accurate, the picture needs to have dreadlocks and more tan skin tone. Just saying.
I've been saying the same thing.
I don't know about dreadlocks so much,
Yeah.
but I will say you are right. Like, you know, it's one of the things that I struggle with, like growing up in the church and stuff. There's all these, you know, interpretations of Jesus, right? That Jesus didn't look like that. You know, it's a very westernized version of Jesus. Because look, this is a white guy, right? And Jesus wasn't a white guy.
And you can already tell he's 6 foot tall.
You heathens. You are not church people.
Pastor. I'm the pastor.
No. You guys are heathens. Did nobody hear what they said? They're making a picture out of felt. Do you know what puppets are made out of? 90% of our bodies are made out of felt. You're using the skin of my people for your portraits? How dare you? And you call yourself church people. You are murdering puppets and using our skin for art. I am appalled at this. Cancel this channel. Cancel this church. We need to call them out for killing puppets and using our skin. You know what you did. You didn't know we were made of felt. What do you think this beautiful, luscious skin is? It's felt, sir. You're
Okay.
using my skin for art?
I believe it's actually velvet that it's made of. It's like the old school 80s Jaguar picture with the claws out.
Now, Bruce here, though, he makes puppets, and he says puppets are made out of fleece.
No. I'm made out of felt, sir. Look me up. I'm made out of felt. How dare you? And now you're insinuating what I'm made out of? How dare you?
Hey, look, I got my ET up here on the pulpit, and he's got an extra finger for you.
Is it a miracle finger?
I don't know. He's only got 4. And he's like,
E.T.'s not Jesus.
ouch. I was actually going to
Ouch.
funny because I'm going to use this as a illustration because I got this when I was 8 years old from the organization that we usually do a Christmas concert for the old Newsboys, because there was a Christmas when we first moved in here at the church. You want me to show you my old bedroom? Like my teenage bedroom, because we lived here at the church. This was the place that we lived downstairs, and when I was 8 years old, we didn't have a lot, and this company, this organization, I should say, I got this from them, and I've kept it, and they help out. They've helped almost 1 million kids since the early 1900s. They've been around for about 100 years, the old Newsboys, and so I was going to use this for an illustration the other day for Christmas, but I forgot.
I actually bought a newspaper from them 3 days ago.
Yep, they sell. They sell. They're called the old Newsboys because they sell these papers and
At a traffic light. It was kind of fun, but at the same time, I didn't see him when I pulled up, and then he was there.
But by the way, real quick, Jenner Customs, nice puppets are made out of fleece.
know what you're made
Ghetto
out of.
cheap
Sorry.
puppets are made out of felt. I am a cheap puppet, sir. I'm made out of felt.
Just telling you, Bruce makes puppets. He's a creator.
Yeah,
Don't
he
say-
makes nice puppets out of nice material. I'm cheap.
You
You
see,
need to value yourself.
James says you're not cheap.
Right.
I mean, I am a cheap puppet. I literally costed
Well-
like $70.
So at least somebody sees some quality in you, Sasha.
Yeah, well, I made the rest of me myself, but you know, I made out of felt. Jenner Custom Toys, felt.
We're
I'll
having
felt you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Elsa here. What's up, Elsa? I want to say shout out to Elsa. Elsa is awesome. She's a huge Star Wars fan, and we talk a lot on Twitter. And so thank you, Elsa, for being so awesome. She brightened my day the other day. She says the famous blue-eyed and blonde Jesus. Since when is in that religion people had that physical appearance? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know where that's come from. Now, I've never had the blue-eyed blonde Jesus. I mean, this is obviously, at least he has dark hair and he has brown eyes. I mean, there's classic interpretations of Jesus that, you know,
I can explain it.
what can you explain?
I do believe the reason why we got the blue-haired blonde Jesus, blue-eyed blonde Jesus, was because they were trying to find an image that was relatable, and at the time when that was a big thing, unfortunately, it was the Caucasian persuasion, so they wanted to make him look more relatable to people, so they went with that look. So
Yeah.
yes, that is pretty much why it was, just because the history, they wanted him to look relatable, so they
Yeah.
went with that.
But, you know, I mean, obviously it's not, here, I'm going to show you a picture of my grandma and a picture of me. This is kind of funny. So this is a picture of me when I was 8. Oh my God.
Aww.
When we first moved in here. What's crazy to me is I am older than my grandma was there. My grandma was, I was 8 years old when we moved here. My grandma was 35. So she was 43 when she took over this church.
Oh, your grandma's beautiful.
Oh, she is. My grandma
She's
was
very
40,
beautiful.
took over this church. So that's crazy to me that I am.
It's that door.
There's an attic up there. There's,
All right, this is hurting my hand. I gotta put the puppet down. Bye, Sasha. Your grandma is very beautiful.
Oh, dude, you don't even know. I can show you. My grandma was going to play Marilyn Monroe in a film.
I believe it. She has
She
the
was,
look.
I'll tell you what, she was something else. Let me see. I don't think I have any. Okay, man. Hey, James, I love you, man. Thank you, bro, for all your help. Thank you. We're gonna have to have
Nice
James
to
on.
meet you.
Heck yeah.
And don't worry, I'll be back and I'll bring the beer.
Yeah, make sure you take care of it. I need the beard to be very nice and soft when I take it.
So here's the thing. This right now is sandalwood is what this
Okay.
smells like. So hey.
I like the smell of sandalwood.
Yeah. Triple lotioned and oiled. Yeah.
Yes, please break the news to the wife when you get home that you're gonna be beardless soon. Be like, babe, I know you like it, but some random girl on the internet is coming for it. So
You haven't seen the wife yet. She might be breaking the news to me.
I'm gonna have to get with your wife and be like, listen, can you just do me a solid when he wakes up? You know, just make sure it's gone. It'll grow back. It's fine. It's fine.
Right. No, this is only a year.
Oh wow, that's a whole. I feel bad now because if that's a year, so I'm guessing it takes a while to grow.
No, it's been cut down multiple times just to. And
Oh.
so, I know this is what your chat has has fallen into.
It's beard talk. We're
Right.
gonna give James his own show on the channel. I'm actually talking to people about giving people shows on the channel.
Yeah.
So and we're gonna expand.
It's gonna be called "Let's Talk About Beards." The theme
I
song-
like him because he likes anime. So when he said he's into anime, I was like, yes, that's what the Poindexter Lounge is missing. More anime talk because Enosh does not do anime.
Did you see what that was, by the way?
Oh, my God, I can't even remember the name of the show. I used to watch it.
You got-
Fairy Tale. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know how big of an anime person you are, but I don't know if anyone would recognize this because it's something that a lot of people wouldn't recognize unless you watched it. But I have this. It's from Sword Art Online 2.
Yes, it is.
Yep, that's the Sleeping Knights.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep,
yes,
and then-
I'm a big anime fan too.
The Wish Dragon on my back and Dragon Balls.
Oh, okay, Dragon Ball fan. I also am
Yeah.
into Power Rangers.
I'm also right now watching Rurouni Kenshin.
Are you watching the live action?
Well, I'm watching the new live action on Netflix. I've got the mangas, plus I've also got the original animated, and then I've
Mm.
also got the first live action that Netflix had nothing to do with. So I'm watching the newest one just because I haven't seen it yet.
It's okay.
I watched the first one, and now I'm working on the second one, but it's kind of like fan service.
Yeah, I like him, Enosh. We're gonna keep him. We're keeping him.
Hey, guess what? Hey, boys and girls, there's somebody at the door. Who could it be? Let's find out. It's the Xfinity guy. Sorry, we're doing a live stream, so he knocked on the door, so it's like, hey, boys and girls.
That's what I thought you guys were doing.
Yep.
Hi, everybody.
He's here to make it easier for us to stream where we don't have to use like the airwaves. We can use the Wi-Fi. So,
Hi, Xfinity guy.
so tells us hi. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. All right.
Bye,
Oh, hey,
James.
Saggy, you want to take this for just a second, and I'll be right back.
I will host it for a second. Sure.
Yeah, we'll keep going, but I'll give him what I need. Real quick, John here with a $5 super chat says, "Okay, I wasn't going to give a super chat, but she's freaking hilarious. Did she do entire live streams on her channel entirely in Puppet Persona?"
I have. It's a lot of. It's stressful. It's straining, but I have.
There you go.
I'm a little bit more inappropriate on my channel when I do the puppet, though.
There you go. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna give it to you, and I'll be right back.
What does he want me to do here? Hi, everybody. How's everyone's Christmas? How are you doing? Since I'm by myself, I guess I'll have because I feel weird. I usually am used to doing stuff on my channel. It's weird being on somebody else's channel. So Sasha's gonna have to come here and help me. Yeah, hold on. Did you see my super chat? John says. I think we read it, right? A fairy tale is dope. Yes, I agree. It's dope. This is awkward. I don't know how he wants me to run his channel. If you guys actually watch Saggy's channel, it's the complete opposite of this. Saggy's more edgy and more sweary. So she's behaving herself because this is the Poindexter Lounge. So, you gotta be respectful. So sometimes the swears slip, but that's not Enosh. Enosh doesn't swear. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. And that's why he's doing the church. You can't swear at church. Although I used to say, funny story, okay? My grandfather, he's very religious. And anytime he swore, like a very, very subtle swears, like the D word or the S word, we were very shocked. But then we came up with this realization that if our holy grandfather swore, then we could say it. That was our pass. So anytime I swore and somebody said, I can't say that, I said, listen, my grandfather, he goes to church every Sunday. Very religious. Plays his bass guitar at church. Very holy man. If he could say it, I can say it. If it's in the Bible, I'm going to say it, okay? I'm just saying. And then people would laugh, but it's true. If it's in the Bible, you can say it. I think that counts, right? I think that counts, right? If it's in the Bible, you can say it. You can say damn. Oops, I said it. I said it. You can say it because they say damned in the Bible. You can say it. I'm telling you, it's true. It's a fact. Look it up. It's very true. It is very true. And hi. How are you, Darkness? Dark Side Enosh. I love it. Is he Dark Side? What is the name of your channel? It's right there. Make sure you put the Z in Melons though. I have recently made the mistake of forgetting my own name and putting Melons with the S. But don't follow me. I'm a drama channel. I talk drama. Not a lot of people like drama. I yell a lot and I swear a lot. So I usually tell people don't subscribe to me because I'm edgy. I'm an edge person. Yeah. Yeah, and I have a puppet. And yes, sometimes I do a puppet with Sasha. It's a lot. It takes a lot because I have to hold my hand up like this for a while. And then on top of that, the raspy voice, I can only handle it for a certain amount of time. Then my voice gets very hoarse. Very hoarse. But yeah, Sasha's usually very more inappropriate. You're getting tame, Sasha, because Poindexter Lounge. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people, some people here know who Sasha is. They come to my channel and they see edgy Sasha. But yeah, all my socials and stuff, like, they're all right there on the side, on the green screen. I got a green screen recently. I know how to use it. Yeah. I'm going to do some really fun stuff with it. I'm also working on music. I got a song coming out soon. I'm going to drop a teaser for it soon. But yeah, I'm making music. So I have an album coming out. Yeah. Not an album, probably like a track or two. That's an album. If you get one album these days on the internet, it's one track, it's an album. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long Enosh thinks I'm going to sit here. I do have to get ready for work because some people are YouTube famous and can't make a lot of money. I still got bills to pay. Slip a swear in there, it's fine. Do it too often, you'll feel Enosh's wrath. Actually, no. Enosh is really good at not being so judgy. I swear a lot on my channel, and Enosh is really fine with it. He doesn't judge. That's what I love about Enosh. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't make you feel bad for being yourself. That's the best part. He doesn't make you feel bad about being a degenerate. and RJ says, "Get out of here, Sasha. You get out of here. I'm in control. I'm in charge. I'm the captain now. You're just jealous because remember that time, RJ, when you got creeped out by me and you said I looked like you? You wish, buddy. You wish that I looked like you wish you looked like me. Yeah, you wish you looked like me, RJ. I'm beautiful and stunning and brave, and you wish you could be as beautiful as me. But you're not. You're mean man. Who is this now? How did this happen? Who's that? Marco Man TV. Hello, Marco.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi. You look like one of those puppets from Legends of Tomorrow or something like that. No offense, really. You're just keeping on with the show. But anyway, it's pretty good to have some entertainment in a way.
Yeah, well, thank you. I do like Legends of Tomorrow. It's a guilty pleasure. It's really, really bad this season. I'm finally watching it. It's bad.
Yeah, like it's one of those cases. Like if you could say like which Arrowverse has the most downgrade, it would be Legends because it just like the tone just changed drastically. Like the first two seasons, they were amazing, but as the season goes by, it's like everybody kind of started to lose brain cells a little bit. Like even the characters, I don't know.
Oh, it started strong, and then it got weird. And then I didn't like what they did to Ray Palmer. He was such a great character at Arrow. They made him the comic relief in Legends. It was embarrassing, and Ray Palmer is so sick. He could be the next Superman.
I know. Well, here's the positive thing. At least they didn't kill him off from his departure, like Oliver Queen or Ronnie Raymond. I mean, at least that's the thing. Well,
By the way, can I just say your hair is amazing?
Oh, thank you. I actually outgrown it a little bit. Oh yeah,
It's
and I'm wearing
beautiful.
I wore a Wonder Woman shirt because why not? The funny thing is, before Wonder Woman 1984 came out, me and my mom were actually wearing this shirt just to wear the movie because it has been the first superhero movie that came out of quarantine. I mean, this was before we realized that the movie was, cheesy. I actually kind of made a video about it on Christmas Day saying on how Christmas it was. It's on my YouTube channel and it's the name right there. Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
I'm doing
Dinosh,
good.
you're back. Why is there a drill in the frame? What is going on? Are you hurting that? Are you hurting that Xfinity man? Don't do it, Flash.
Oh no, he's gonna
God, it
drill
looks
me.
like that actually
No,
kind of looks like
no.
a sci-fi gun. That's kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, honestly, throughout the other CW shows, I don't feel the same way like the Legends. I mean, I could agree sometimes the
Just
writing
trying to
can
make some
be a
coffee.
bit, like
Yeah.
Flash season 7. I'll have to admit that is one of the weirdest seasons that I have seen in my life.
Of what? What are we talking about?
Flash season 7.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay,
Yeah, the Flash kind of went.
I didn't
There's
watch
a Flash
look,
TV show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Like, here's the thing. I love the Flash. I love the Flash. A lot of the early days of the channel were
Your most popular video is a Flash video, actually.
exactly.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
a
it
million.
is.
I got
Yeah,
a
it's your
million
theory.
views on that, and I loved the Flash. But season 6 lost me. Honestly, I got sick of Iris, and I got sick. Like, literally, we would joke and laugh about the fact that like every season was the same. Every show was the same. It'd be like Barry would start off and be like, "Oh, guys, we have this major thing that we have to take care of. Okay, guys, that's great. But you got to understand, I got to do this on my own." And everybody's like, "No, we're a team. Let's do it together." And he's like, "No, I got to do
it's
it on
like,
my
oh,
own."
yeah,
And then
we're
he'd
all
run
the
off and do it. And then
Flash.
it's like, "Oh, I screwed it all up. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry that I screwed it all up." And then they'd be like, "Well, we got to work as a team." And he's like, "Oh, I know now. Oh, I
Thank you,
understand now
John
that we got to work
Yeah,
as a
yeah, yeah.
team."
We're the
Love
Flash.
you.
Right. And
We
then like
are
we're
the
the Flash.
Flash,
And then it'd be like,
yeah.
okay, so they work as a team and then they beat whatever it is. And he's like, "Guys, you were right all along. I should have been working with you the whole time." And then it's like, "I'll never do that again." Okay, great. And then the next episode. Okay, so guys, there's a plot here. There's a bad thing that's happening, and I have to beat it, but I've got to do it by myself. And it'd be like the same thing over and over again. And I swear, just like all the pining and everything for Iris, it's like, dude, you're married to her. Why are you
Okay.
acting all like weird and
Hold
doe-eyed?
on,
And
pause. Because if I was married to Tiff, I would be that way all the time to Tiff. Because Tiff is. Listen, when you're married, and you should know that you're married. You're married to the beautiful Tiff-tastic, and you should
Okay.
know it doesn't stop. That love, that pining, that making her feel
Okay.
like she's always special.
yeah, I
every single
do.
time.
I do, Saggy. But you know what? Here's the thing: is I don't act weird about it. My wife knows
No.
I love her because I just show her love. I don't
Um,
act weird and strange and make her feel uncomfortable and like make everybody around me feel uncomfortable because I'm not acting like a person who's in love and confident in my relationship. I'm acting like a little kid who's like pining for like some girl that I don't know. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
Listen, Sasha's married to Oscar the Grouch, so you know they have a very interesting
I
relationship.
hey,
I'm
welcome,
married to Trump
Caleb.
Radio.
Hello,
What's up,
Caleb.
Caleb?
We're
Hey.
talking about how Iris West is annoying in the Flash TV show. Well, I'm not a part of it, but
I'm married
We
to
don't
Trump
even need to talk
3PO,
about it.
first
It's a
of all.
fact.
It is
yeah.
a fact.
Okay. May I want to point out something? I mean, you know, I've like, you know, ever since like the like season 4, people say how annoying Iris was to the point where they say she shouldn't have been killed by Savitar in season 3. I want to point out, it's okay if you dislike this version of the character. It's fine that if you think that she was poorly mishandled in like the Flash TV show. I literally do not care at all. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that in season 3, the plot point is that Iris, they need to prevent Iris's death so that the future didn't change. One more proof, there is literally an episode where Barry goes to the future if Iris actually died. And that was the whole point.
Sure.
mean-
but the thing is, it's like when everything everything has been about Iris,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, like, you know, like I love Iris. I love her as an actress. I love everything that I've seen about it. But it's gotten to a point where it's like all the good stuff that it seems like we ever saw never got to fruition. I mean, like they did the whole crossover thing, Crisis on Infinite Earths. They actually set up that they have a Justice League and
yes.
a Hall of Justice, and even you know they teased the Wonder Twins with Gleek and everything.
Yeah.
Never talked about it again.
Yeah, and there was a
Literally-
monkey. There were, for some reason, I don't know.
Well, you know the Super Friends, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know, like the Friends. I never watched like the 80s.
Well,
TV
that's
shows.
that's what that is, man. That's what that is. It's the Wonder Twins. It's the Wonder Twins with Zan and Jaina, and they shape shift. And then because they played the Super Friends theme song when they showed the monkey, even and the monkey was Gleek. The monkey was on the show, and so that's why they did that.
I have to run because I have to get ready for work. But thank you, Enos, for having me. I wanted to come on and basically without the puppet stuff, but I'm glad everyone had a happy holiday.
Oh no, Your puppet segment was pretty funny. I'll
Thank
admit
you.
that. Funnier than how Legends pulled it by I don't know, whatever,
Yes,
lazy
but-
writing.
But much love to everyone. Enosh, love you. I'm so glad you had a
Love you
happy
too.
holiday. I'm glad that you're showing us your church and stuff. I one of these days when I will have to go out there and just go just to see the church and see you and
Heck
the
yeah.
family. But I love y'all. I gotta get going because bills don't get paid by sitting on YouTube all day. Unfortunately, not
That's
yet
true.
at least.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right,
Bye.
love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, Shaggy.
Bye.
Nice meeting
Bye.
you, Shaggy Milans. Well,
Milans. City
Milans.
Milans. Her
Milan.
friends just call her melons.
Oh, I'll admit, I think the show that I kind of like that kind of fell out for me was not only Legends like nowadays. I mean, I will get back to that at some point. I'm just taking a little break, and also, the show Batwoman. It's kind of after season 2 where I saw it, and I'm like, where Kate says to Ryan, "Batwoman is yours." Oh, you're giving the mantle to somebody after one season that is made specifically by your identity.
That's-
What?
Right.
Why?
Did I pause or did everybody else pause?
I think
Oh,
yeah,
I
we're all fine. I think so.
I mean, I think we're fine. I think you're just, I don't know. Maybe I think it's your Wi-Fi. Yeah, I made a couple of videos talking about how not to replace your main character before season 3 aired in my YouTube channel. It speaks for. Now keep in mind this is before Ruby Rose like announced the allegations on why she left. Really left. I mean, honestly. I feel bad for her, man. Like there was a lot of shit that
There was a lot of stuff that she went through for sure.
like.
So I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know what to make of that stuff anymore, to be honest with you. Like I was never really a big fan of Batwoman. If I'm being honest.
No. I
And
mean,
so
honestly,
my wife and my family, they really like this show for some reason. And Tiffany really and I like the idea of a couple of things that they talk about. But there was just a lot more that I wasn't into.
I think it's just execution that's the problem with that show.
You're right, RJ. You're right, RJ.
I mean,
execution was everything.
While watching, I never really had a dislike for the first season, but the second season, when they say, "Oh, they're gonna introduce a new character," I'm like, okay, let's see how they present this on the table. Literally, the first episode, we are showing the main character sleeping and flashbacks to say, "Oh, this is already an established character," and then we see, oh, Kate is on an airplane and it crashed, and they think she's dead, and she found the suit and be like, "Well, I'm gonna become the new Batwoman."
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually rushed. It's rushed. I'm just saying, it's just lazy. Like, oh
Hey,
my
real
God.
quick though. I haven't seen Caleb in a long time. Caleb, what's new with you, man? I like your background, dude. That's awesome.
So is my webcam working? Because it's loading on my screen.
Yeah, I see it. I want to answer a question right here. Enosh, is your church accessible to wheelchair users? I saw the front of your church has a lot of steps. Is there a way for wheelchair users to get in the entrance? So here's the thing, man. This building is so old, okay? Because this building is pretty old, that it does not have a ramp or that kind of accessibility. When we have had people who have had, we haven't had, at least in my time being here, you got to understand, it's been a long time since I've been here. At one point, my grandmother had some people who were wanting to build a ramp, and that was great. And that kind of fell through. And so she never really had the money to do that. That is something, obviously, that I do care about. I mean, she cared about it, but she just didn't have the ability to do it. And so eventually we will be building a ramp of some kind. Legally, this building doesn't have to do it because it's grandfathered in because it's so old. But as being good to our community, we want people to be able to access it. I know there's been times when there was a couple of times when we had some people who were in wheelchairs, and it was difficult. We actually, I think one time, and this was at the person's request, this wasn't us, telling them, we actually lifted, there was a bunch of men, and we lifted that person up, because it's not too many stairs, it's like 5 steps or whatever, but we did that. It's obviously something, John, yes, we will be getting to that eventually, but it's a good question. It's a great question because I want to be good to our community. And I think that's part of that is is making it accessible to everyone. So we're getting there, one thing at a time. But yes, we are getting there, my friend. So Caleb, yeah, man. So for those of you who don't know, Caleb is a good friend of the channel. Caleb used to be a part of our watch parties back in the day when we were watching The Flash and doing our watch party before YouTube started like acting jerky to us and like, you know, taking down every stream,
striking y'all.
copyright and striking when we weren't even showing the show. We're literally sitting on our couch just watching it.
That's the
And
CW
they're
Warner
like,
Brothers
oh,
for you.
there's sound in the background. Oh, we're going to
YouTube was like,
copyright.
no.
Yeah.
It'd be
So,
like, oh,
but
hell
Caleb
no.
used to be great before we even had the access to be able to do things like this and bring other people on the channel. Caleb was always in our chats. Caleb, for those of you who don't know, Caleb has an awesome knowledge of DC. And I love that about Caleb. He's been a great friend of the channel. I know he hasn't been around a lot lately, so people may not know who he is, but he does show up in the chats. And I'm glad that you took the time. Also, when we first started this, when Zoom was a thing at the beginning of the pandemic, when Zoom was a thing, and I realized that I could bring other people onto the chat, you know, or like do shows with people, we actually recorded some things that we called the Poindexter Council. And we would make these videos where we pick topics, and I would actually kind of like to bring that back. It's really a cool thing to like have a discussion. I know we do something similar a lot of times on our late night discussions when we talk about something, but like RJ, I think it'd be cool, and I think you might like this. Like instead of just picking something that's like in the news right now, you know, because we do a lot of that, right? And we do panel discussions like that, but like pick a comic series, right? Like say, hey, we're gonna do Death in the Family, for example, right? Say we do Death in the Family, you know, the Batman series, and everybody reads it, and we get a panel of like 4 or 5 people, and we discuss it, because that's what the Poindexter Council was. Like it was like let's talk about like comic stuff. Like what we did a couple of them.
Yeah, we talked about like news and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, and it was really cool. I think during that time we might have talked about the Snyder Cut a couple of times. But then like everybody who was in it kind of got busy. And so we didn't always have the people do it, but it was pre-recorded. And so and so
sounds pretty cool actually.
Yeah, we pre-recorded it and then we would just post it. I know one guy on there, Jason, he's a huge Superman fan. He's actually in that Superman group with me, Jason William. And he's a Superman fan. And so him and I actually had a debate with the Poindexter Council, because he was on the Poindexter Council. We did a debate about Clark Kent versus Superman. Who is the real person? And that video is here. There's actually a playlist actually for Poindexter Council here on the channel. So if you guys are interested in that, and you guys can see Caleb and hear some of his, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of who Caleb is, because Caleb has not been around. He may not be familiar to a lot of people, but he's awesome. So Caleb, I turn it back to you. Like, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. You know, I've just been, you know, I finally got a job, so that's nice. Get some money coming in.
Heck yeah.
And I'm going back to school in January. So
awesome.
Money.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what have you thought, man, about like the current state of like comic book movie stuff? Have you seen No Way Home?
Yeah, I saw No Way Home. I loved it. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, well, we kind of knew what it was coming, but the execution of it was just brilliant. My theater was cheering at the moment. Did your theater like cheer? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, of course.
Obviously, it's like a phenomenon, you know. You can't just get away from it. It's every theater waits a comic book movie. There's going to be a moment where it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when Andrew Garfield showed up, that was like that was a moment at our theater. Like our theater erupted and
shoot, it just made $1 billion, which is
right.
Well,
we talked about that too, didn't we?
Well, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since any movie reached the $1 billion mark.
Finally, Andrew in the chat. He's gonna tell how Toby is great.
No, not today, man.
But no, you're right, RJ. I mean, the fact that it's made $1 billion is
no China release either. No China.
I mean, honestly, any MCU film making over $1 billion is not really a surprise. It's, you know,
this one is. This one is.
None of the other ones reached $1 billion. I mean,
Oh.
there's other circumstances too, like dual Disney Plus releases and
Yeah.
variants and
But
stuff.
but you know, RJ, you know, I said that. I said, listen, if anything is going to do it, it's going to be this film.
Hmm.
You know,
Oh no,
because
I feel like it had to be this movie. It had to be this one.
yeah, if this one didn't make $1 billion, nothing was going to make $1 billion right now. You know, so but this is good news. This is really good news for theaters. It's good news for the studios to show
Well, the
like
theaters
okay,
needed this.
yeah,
Okay, I really like the financial performance because post pandemic, you're saying, oh, people are actually going back to the theaters. The theater business is saved. Okay,
Yep.
that's a pretty good thing. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's great.
very
Well,
fun
and I
with that
think,
profile picture.
but I think though that it shows one thing also is it's not just going to be anything. I think that this one is going to open up people to feel better about going to the theater. Okay.
Oh, definitely did
Because
that.
of the success of this, but also it shows that if you make a must-see movie, people will come. So I think that that's
If
gonna
you
really
build it,
probably,
they will come.
Yeah, I think that that's going to affect how movies are made.
I came
here.
and they
Are-
erupted in applause.
Right. I think that
I
this
am
is going
concerned
to
though,
affect.
a little bit though. I am concerned a little bit though, because like the smaller movies, like your
Yes.
West Side Stories, your Nightmare Alleys, they're like
Yep.
not doing well at all. Even
see- but see,
Matrix,
those movies,
Matrix
I
didn't
think-
even do that great either.
I know, but see, I think, well, the Matrix. Look, I love the Matrix. I got to do like a proper talk about it, and I won't do it right now. But
Oh, I enjoyed the new Matrix
I
one.
really enjoyed the Matrix, and like a lot of the complaints that I've heard about the Matrix, it kind of feels like that person didn't really like the Matrix to begin with. They may say that they like the Matrix movies, but look, I
Well,
like the
I feel
entire
like
trilogy.
it-
I like
I
the
mean,
entire
yeah,
trilogy.
I think
because
it's
I
the
love
expectations.
I love
just
hold on.
Can I-
I love the lore of the Matrix. Okay, there's a lot there that is it's just brilliant, but it's deep. Okay, you have to be paying attention. The Matrix is not a movie that you go to and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to check out right now and just this is just popcorn fluff. The Matrix has never been that. And the problem is I think post Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is as awesome as it is, it's like ultimate fan out popcorn.
Well, yeah,
brilliance,
it's a major
right?
fan service
Yeah.
movie.
It's a major fan service movie. So you can't, so maybe people like, first of all, it has the broadcast from home thing problem, right? Because because I didn't go to the theater to see Matrix. I kind of wish I did.
I went to the theater to see it.
Okay, I didn't see it at the
Me
theater.
too.
I kind of wish I did, but honestly, I didn't have a lot of money right now, and I didn't have a lot of time, and it was right there on HBO Max. So Tiffany and I sat down on Saturday, and we're watching The Matrix, right? And so like I pay for HBO Max, right? So I was like, I'm gonna watch The Matrix because I'm not gonna get to the theater to see it, and so that's what I did, and I loved it. But the thing is like, okay, the beginning part of it is very slow. It takes a while to get to the point. I will say that.
Yeah.
It takes a while to reveal like why it's important at all because look, I went in all with all the same questions as everybody else. Like, why do we need a Matrix 4? If everything got resolved in Matrix 3 and everything was chill, like why do we have Matrix 4? Right? Like they did. What I loved
Well,
about
I've heard
this
that the
was
movie even asked
no
that question
spoilers.
itself.
Yeah, no spoilers. But that's what I love, RJ, is that the movie actually questioned itself. And it was very meta in that way. It was whoa, hold on a second. I'm watching a movie that is talking about the history of the movie, literally showing flashbacks of the movie, but as a video game that the main character created. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, that's not like major spoilers for it. Those are things that were out there and kind of known, and like we knew that somehow played into it. So I'm not revealing anything to you that's going to spoil the movie for you. But like you said, RJ, the movie actually literally, not figuratively, literally asked the question, why do you need a Matrix 4 and what does a Matrix 4 look like? Like they have people literally talking about that. It was so crazy to experience that. And I loved it. I loved it because once it kicked in, I know it took a while to get there, but once it kicked in, it was so good. I wish that the movie had been a little longer. And I wish that there had been a little bit of a better reasoning at the end, like resolution at the end, or even like them having to do something, because what they do at the end, and I don't want to give it away, but if you've seen it, you know, like something happens and then that triggers that person to have to do something else. They want to do something else and they're going after something else.
Yeah,
And then that happens. But that was it. Like, is that like the whole? That's like the whole setup. Like normally in a movie, that would be like the setup to we have to do this bigger thing, right? And there wasn't that. It was like, hey, there's this thing that we took an hour to get to, and then hey, that thing has to be planned for another thing, and we did that. But it was very simple, I think, in a lot of ways. But I kind of liked it. Like it didn't feel like it was very hard to do, but it was simple. It got done. But then what the weird part was it felt like they were setting up for more, like that there's something else coming, but they didn't elaborate on what that was. They didn't like show the threat of what else was out there and why this was so important. And so that is my critique of it, that I feel like it could have done a better job of doing it.
I mean, no spoilers at all, but I felt like this, like, you know, sequel, like future sequel movie, isn't like how they did with The Force Awakens. Like history didn't actually repeat itself. There are some side effects after Matrix 3. I'm not going to specify. I thought, okay, that is one thing they actually deviated from, like the sequel trilogy from Star Wars, is that they didn't repeat the same story again. I mean, there are some elements that they kind of did, but you know, in a way, it didn't at the same time with its world, after like Matrix 3. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I thought it tried not to like repeat.
What did you think, RJ? You were saying something, RJ. What were you saying?
I haven't seen it yet, but I was gonna say I'm curious to see what the streaming numbers look like if it was streamed a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, my only concern is like I just get worried because I'm like, are we gonna get to a point though, or like the general audience only wants to go rush out and see like these big movies, and the other movies is kind of have to fight for the table scraps, or like just go to streaming, or what?
Well, you know, so I'll say this about that. I get your I totally feel your concern about that. Because
I just feel like the marketplace.
But here's the thing. The marketplace has changed. But here's the thing. I think that one of the things that movie makers are going to have to realize is that artsy movies right now, you know, you're only unless things change, you're not going to be able to like make a ton of movie with an artsy film. Like, and I'll be honest with you, what was the movie West Side Story that you were talking about, right? Like a lot of people love that, right? They love the
some are saying it's the best movie of the year, which
they love the show. Yeah, but hold on. They love and look, it could be very good. But the problem is a couple things. Not everybody likes that genre. Okay. I think post-COVID, people aren't interested in so much what it appeared to be. Okay. Because I looked at it and I'll be honest with you, I really didn't have much interest in it. Okay. And I like musicals, you know, I like stuff, but I'll be honest with you, like it felt like the movie just insisted upon itself, and every interview that I saw for it, it almost got to be a point where like they were trying to tell me how great the movie that they made was.
Yeah.
And
well, it is a remake of a classic that tries to be more.
It is, but it's
more
politically correct.
More diverse.
Yeah, well, I think it was trying more to be accurate to the depictions of the people that it was referring to. If that makes sense.
And that's fine. That's fine, and I respect that. I do respect that, but at the same time, I think some people are just like you're not going to reach a mass audience right now with that kind of film.
I mean,
I
thought it was
it's just
pretty
hold on a
good.
second. I think somebody's knocking at the door. Hold on a second. I think the guy's name coming in. Oh no, I think he's just drilling. Yeah, he's just drilling. He's running wire.
I feel like
no, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, RJ? Like I get what you're saying, and I understand
Well,
what you're saying.
I just hope that there's room for everything. I guess it's my.
But
my thing.
There is going to be room for everything, but there's not going to be. I don't think there's going to be room for movies like that to be these huge hits, right? Like I feel like if a movie like that comes out at a different time. Plus, I haven't seen the movie, but I haven't seen like you're saying you're seeing things that say it's the greatest film of all time, whatever, greatest movie of like
well, yeah, some
year,
people
whatever.
said some people were like, I haven't seen it yet either, but
yeah.
Look,
if they feel that way, if they feel that way, that's great, right? But I'll be honest with you, like look at a movie like The Greatest Showman, right? The Greatest Showman
Oh,
came
I
out.
see
Greatest
that.
Showman came out, but that movie appealed to more than just the musical people. That
Oh no,
movie
it
had
did. That one actually did very well.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. See, if you're gonna do a movie like that, that's an artsy kind of thing, that's a musical or whatever. I really feel this way, RJ. Just from what I felt about whatchamacallit, what movie are we talking about?
West Side Story.
West Side Story. I got the other movie stuck in my head. West Side Story. I felt like I was being marketed to, and I was being told that this movie is just great without you even seeing it. Almost like we don't even need you. But you know what? You should be happy just to see our movie almost, right? I don't like feeling like that. And I think that most people don't like feeling like that. And I feel like with a movie like The Greatest Showman, The Greatest Showman appealed to many different people. It had actors who appealed to many different people.
Like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, well, like Hugh Jackman, right? So I feel like going forward, RJ, you're right. It's a shame, but I don't think that film is going to be able to be as just like one-sided like that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's really going to have to appeal to a larger
I think things
portion of
have to
people.
change. Yeah, I think things are just going to change in the type of movies that we make and how we make them. Just might have to evolve.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, and also I've noticed with like movies these days, they have like these like actors who used to go back to like these certain roles that made them famous, like what Keanu did with Matrix and this new Spider-Man movie by bringing back the other Spider-Mans and others. Because I feel like now it's the movies these days are like just bringing back these old actors to make them famous again.
Yes.
Well, I think
It's
some of
also
that, like, is what
nostalgia
RJ
play,
said.
too.
Yeah, there's the nostalgia of it. You know, I mean, next year we're going to get that again in The Flash. You know,
Oh yeah, with Michael Keaton.
with Michael
Yeah, of
Keaton.
course.
So,
Nostalgia bait. Oh Lord.
and sometimes it works. Sometimes it's very good, and sometimes it just doesn't click with people. You know,
Yeah.
Well, also I feel like audiences can tell when the movie's being genuine or it feels like it's very forced and like ham-fisted. You know, it's like
yes,
yeah, it's like like we're trying to like if it's genuine, then the emotion comes through. If the movie isn't being genuine and they're trying to get emotion out of you, but it's not clicking, then it's obvious.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yes.
think that's the similar principle with the 2017 Justice League, Justice League, where they sort of try to fix the criticisms and, they try to redo the score with the Michael Keaton Batman theme and the Christopher Reeve Superman theme to appeal to more of the fans who grew up with these types of movies.
Yeah.
Well,
With
here's
Danny
my
Elfman.
concern. And RJ, and did we lose? Hold on, what did we do? Oh, Caleb's there. Oh, I was like,
Yeah, Caleb is
I
still
saw
there.
Caleb change his name. I was like, did we lose Caleb? What happened? Okay.
No,
So
no,
I'm
you're
interested to
fine.
hear from you guys on this because okay,
Okay.
so we obviously we talked a lot about, we've talked a lot about the Snyder Cut, Justice League, like the whole thing, right? What just being honest and just being like straight up, right? No fanboyish, things at all. Okay. I'm a little concerned with the direction that DC is going for this reason exactly. And that is, I feel like, okay, look what they did with Justice League, right?
Yes.
And they tried to do this thing that they thought, oh, these people don't like, where our things have gone, as far as it's too dark, it's too brooding, right? And then look what so they switched it out and they tried to give us, this, happy, fun, supposed
Make it like Avengers.
thing, where like, the characters are just saying really stupid lines. I mean, let's be
Corny-
honest, right?
Corny
I mean,
stuff. Like,
Something's definitely bleeding.
Right. It was like, it was
okay, I can
really,
agree that was the worst line ever. Like,
it was
oh
just
my God.
really corny. It was just
I
really
don't
corny.
not like you.
Right. It was really corny. And my biggest concern, and this is just being straight up, and I'm interested to hear you guys' thoughts because I don't think anybody's talking about it. Everybody's so passionate about it. They're just like, oh, it sucks. And we're fighting for the Snyderverse. And we're fighting for this. And we're fighting for that. All fighting aside, forget all that.
Yeah.
My concern for the future of DC is if, especially these rumors, RJ, that are out there for the synopsis, you know, for
Which I don't believe, but I think it's fake. Just FYI, I do think
do
it's
you?
fake.
Do you?
Yes.
I hope
Yes,
so.
I do.
I hope so because I feel like, man, if you really want to kill all your franchises and like tick off everybody, basically try to tell everybody that nothing that they saw existed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the
I mean,
thing,
I
when
don't
read-
think
Honestly,
that that's
I
a
feel
good
like
idea. The problem is, RJ, I wouldn't put that past Warner Brothers
Well,
because I
here's the thing,
think
I do believe in the Flash movie they will revisit the past movies. I don't believe they're just gonna like take a crap all over them though and say, "Oh yeah, we're fixing all these
Yeah, but
mistakes."
here's the thing, RJ. But when
Maybe
I
like
read
show
it,
like a
it
distant
says
picture
that,
maybe a
of
couple, maybe a couple of them, maybe a couple.
Yeah, here's the
things
thing.
will
When I
change,
read
but
that
not all of
synopsis,
it.
it said it was gonna Barry's gonna go back to the events of Man of Steel and prevent Clark from the Battle of Metropolis.
well,
I feel like
see,
a
that's
little-
why I feel like that's a fanboy thing because look, it was like in that report, it was like everything was like, yeah, he's gonna go back and he's gonna make sure that Superman takes it away from the city so that Superman doesn't fight him in the city. Well, how are you gonna take the World Engine away from Metropolis?
Well, it
That's-
reads
that is
more.
one
Well,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. It reads more like someone's theory versus an actual constructed plot.
Like their
And-
wish list,
Yeah.
like their wish list of everything that they didn't like about
yeah,
the
make sure
Snyder
Steve
version.
Trevor's alive,
You know,
so 84
oh yeah,
never
yeah. So
happened.
we go back, we make sure Steve Trevor doesn't die, so Wonder Woman 84 never happens, and it's like okay, and then you know, I mean, like all these little wish list things. It's like we do this, we do that, so that this doesn't happen, and everybody's happy, and then of course Birds of Prey never happens, and this
Oh.
never. It's like.
Okay.
What in the world? You know, Suicide Squad never happens, right? Like, so Superman never dies, and so that means that
That means Darkseid
the
never
ta-
comes.
the-
Steppenwolf never comes to Earth.
Task Force X never exists. Well, listen, Task Force X doesn't have to just exist because Superman died. You know, like you're saying, the Suicide Squad never existed. That's just stupid. Like, and
Well,
that's what I
it's
said.
also
Like, it's
stupid
like I
because
didn't
why-
like all these movies, so I made up this rumor about
Well,
like all this stuff.
here's
It's
the-
stupid to do that, to go
Yeah,
back in time and get rid of the Suicide Squad when they just had a great Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, and
What about
Plus,
and
too,
here's the thing, like,
there's also a
if you
series
change
coming out
Man
that's a
of
direct
Steel-
sequel to that movie.
Yeah,
Well,
and
there's
also, if you-
Peacemaker,
if you
yeah. So like,
change-
why would DC do that? That doesn't make any sense.
because apparently
Now,
they
keep
hate
in mind,
Snyder.
Peacemaker was already greenlit before the Suicide Squad film even showed their first trailer. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, and also I felt like
That's a
after
good
I read,
point.
I was like, if you change Man of Steel to make sure BVS never happens, then that means Steppenwolf never comes to Earth. That means Darkseid never gets the mother box, and so on.
Mhm.
Well, that was their point. That was their point in
Well,
the whole
yeah.
thing. So it basically it automatically defeats the purpose of every DC movie. So it reads. I'll be honest with you. It reads like somebody who just doesn't like Zack Snyder's movies at all. And he's like, and they were like, hey, how can I literally come up with a theory that literally craps on all that puts all these people in their place.
It basically
And-
erases all the stuff I don't like.
Yeah, and erases all the stuff I don't like. So I'm just gonna say this as a fan, not even as a fan of Zack Snyder, but as a fan of DC.
The comics.
I feel like doing that is offensive. And it's like, if you want to reboot, just reboot. Just reboot. But you don't send Flash back into... Tell a story. That's not a... RJ, tell me, is that a story to just say that the Flash is going to go back to visit all those things and change all those things to reboot? Why would you do
Here's-
that instead of
here's
just
the
letting
thing,
the
here's the thing.
Flash challenge something that that actually affects the Flash and fix it? What, RJ,
Well,
go
here's
ahead.
the thing, right? You do not need to make a movie to justify a reboot. Just reboot if you want to reboot.
Exactly.
I mean, the
Yeah,
movie
just
is
hit
going
the
to
giant reset button.
Yeah. I mean,
And if you want to have the Flash rebooted, just tell the Flashpoint story from the
Yeah,
comics.
the Flashpoint paradox.
yeah, I mean, that's what the movie is loosely based off of, considering that our first little teaser is
Well,
very
you know what?
graphic.
Actually, to be fair, they really do not want you to call it Flashpoint. They've said numerous times, "Don't call it Flashpoint. It's not Flashpoint. This is
Why?
something different."
Why?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's loosely.
I mean, in the
Tell
fact that they're sending the
Flashpoint-
Flash back in time to do something, you know.
Okay.
Just
I mean,
just tell Flashpoint and then have the end credit scene be a trailer for the Batman 2. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, basically just have the classic story where Barry creates the Flashpoint universe with Thomas Wayne, battles Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash, and then creates the new universe like what the anime movie did with New 52.
Ah, yes, exactly.
see, I'll be honest with you. I'm just okay. So this is the point that I'm at. I am
You mean
tired
trash
of arguing.
Anthony
I'm
said trash point. Okay,
trash
Anthony,
point.
we get it. You
Okay.
want to call everything trash, even though that shit hasn't come out yet. Yeah, we get it.
I am
We
just
get it.
saying
You're
this.
that
I am
guy.
just saying this. I'm just saying this. I am tired of arguing with people about DC movies. Okay. I'm tired of Marvel fanboys trying to mock what I love. I'm tired of the people who own the properties that I love, like trying to literally figure out any way they can to make something that is a joke out of what I love. And I'm tired of like people wanting to support the stuff that makes us look like a joke by acting like it's somehow better when it's not better. They just don't like the thing that's there, so they're willing to literally sacrifice all kinds of credibility, and they're willing to sacrifice the characters that they say they love just because they don't like Zack Snyder's vision or they don't like this. And that's fine. Look, I've always said at some point, yeah, you got to move on from Zack Snyder stuff. Even Zack Snyder said that. Okay. Zack Snyder even said, look, you know, like his plan was 5 movies and then that they could reboot it with a Flashpoint type movie. Zack Snyder literally even said that. So look, I get that there are people who are just so butthurt about this and they just want it all to continue with Zack Snyder stuff. That's not what I want. I want Zack to be able to have his vision completed, but I don't need everything to I don't want everything to be directed by Zack Snyder. I don't need Zack Snyder to come in like Kevin Feige and take the whole thing over. But I do want some credibility for these characters.
Well,
and I want them to be treated. I want them to be treated with respect and love, and not like a joke. And I feel like RJ, when Marvel does jokes, at least like it's almost like within character. When DC tries to create that and make their characters all funny and goofy like that, it doesn't work because they're not like that.
Well, it needs to be a case-by-case basis. Some characters you can be a little more jokey with. Other characters do need to be treated with a little more respect. Absolutely.
I didn't mind Suicide Squad. I know everybody got ticked off about Suicide Squad, but you know, like I didn't get upset about Suicide Squad. I thought it was all right for what it was. And the jokes in there, a lot of those jokes made perfect sense. Like I didn't have a problem with those jokes, right? I mean, that's Peacemaker. Peacemaker, he tells weird jokes like that, and he's so super serious about killing everybody, right? So it's like a contrast, you know? So I mean, like it's okay.
Yeah,
God forbid, yes, I know I'm in my own church, and I say he made a penis joke. Who cares?
Yeah, but here's the thing: like, if the Warner Bros. Are trying their best to get rid of Zack's universe, but they're keeping people he casted, like Ezra.
Well, yeah,
Gal
exactly. That's the irony.
Yeah, they're keeping Ezra. They're keeping Gal. They're keeping Jason.
Yeah, Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot. Ezra
Well, because
Miller.
they make money for him. Because
me?
Zack was right. Look, they made money because Zack was right, and his casting was really well done. That's why RJ, I stand behind all of his casting. Right? Like,
well, that's the thing. Well, here's the thing.
Even and I, you know, my friend Matt does not agree with me about Wayne T. Carr because Wayne T. Carr did not appear in the film. But I stand behind Zack Snyder's casting because Zack Snyder doesn't just fill roles with warm bodies. Okay. Yes, Wayne T. Carr might have been Ray Fisher's friend, but you know who else is a friend of Ray Fisher's?
Who?
Ray Porter.
Darkseid.
Okay. They literally did Shakespeare together, just like Ray did Shakespeare with Wayne T. Carr.
Wait, they both did Shakespeare?
Yeah, Shakespeare in the Park, man. That's what they grew up doing in Oregon, man. That's how they know each other. That's what they did, right?
Well,
yeah, watch my interview videos with them, man.
Yeah.
Like we got some fun stuff with them.
So
I'm just saying, like, I just wanted to make that point was that like with Wayne T. Carr, he may not have been in the movie because of whatever legal you know stuff happened with Warner Brothers not wanting to allow Jon Stewart in the film, but I don't think for a second that Zack Snyder just said, "Hey, I want to throw a glorified stunt double in this movie at the end." You know what I mean? Like it was Zack's intention that if they made the film, if they went forward, he'd be there. You know, and so but like you said, Warner Brothers, they're keeping all these other guys. You know, like they want all these other people because Zack did well when he cast them. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, RJ.
No, I was just gonna say like. I have a feeling, and this is just a belief. I don't know if it's certain. I just have a feeling that the Flash movie will kind of make the direction they're going in a little more clearer. But this is just a belief I kind of have a feeling that Flash movie will tease and set up an eventual Justice League reboot or sequel or something.
Ah,
That's just a feeling I have. I'm not
that's
saying
a
it's gonna
weird
happen.
feeling, RJ.
I'm not saying. Well, I just have a feeling they're gonna set up some kind of
Yeah,
like
that is weird.
that's gonna be their forward momentum. Like, hey,
Why
this is
do
what
I-
we got planned next. This is what we
Why
want
do
to
I
do.
feel like this is what they're doing, like how they did with Spider-Man over the last few years? I mean, they rebooted the franchise 3 times.
Well, that was also just
Yeah, it
bad
shouldn't be that
management, just
surprising.
bad planning too. But
Yeah.
Anybody thought that
But
Andrew
hey,
Garfield
but
should
hey,
have been the Spider-Man?
What was that,
The
Marco
what?
Man?
Shouldn't anybody?
What'd you say, Marco
Am
Man?
I the only one who thinks that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man should have been the main MCU Spider-Man in the first?
Well,
no, because by the time we got to TASM 2, they were doing some things that just never would have worked in the MCU ever. To be honest,
in my opinion, I thought McGuire should be the MCU Spider-Man. In my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Finally, a
Well,
reasonable
I
agreement.
don't think McGuire would have made much sense. Oh, I did want to address this. So Jaden says the Suicide Squad was a flop. Look,
it was a flop
look,
for a number of reasons. To be fair,
I know that people like want to hate on that film. Okay, I understand why. I understand the emotion. I understand all those things, and I understand the push for David Ayer's cut. And look, do I want the Ayer cut? Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, I want the Ayer cut. I want to see that film. David Ayer deserves to have his film seen. Here's what we got to stop doing, though. We have to stop punishing other films because they are not other films.
well, I saw
David
I
Ayer.
saw that
Look,
even
David.
today.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say David Ayer. I was just saying David
Sorry, it
Ayer
was a bit of a
is
delay.
literally friends with James Gunn. David Ayer supported his film. It's the fans who can't seem to put aside things and just enjoy things.
Yeah, they're insane.
And look, I'm not going to say fans are insane or whatever. I'm just going to say that, like, guys, we have to show up better for things. And look, if you don't like the film, you don't like the film. Okay.
I mean, I think the film's okay.
But Suicide Squad though had so much things that, like, I don't think you can even judge what Suicide Squad was, because Suicide Squad was on streaming. Suicide Squad was in the theater. Suicide Squad came out at a time where literally nobody was going to the movies. People, like, we were just coming back. People were scared to death to go to the movies. It has literally taken what, RJ, like 4 or 5 months now for people to like feel like comfortable. And we have seen a gradual growth. Every month there's been another movie that they say, this movie broke the record for the most money since the pandemic.
Oh, God,
and we talked
it's
about
like-
that, RJ. RJ, we talked about that months ago here on the channel.
Yeah,
That was going to be
remember Venom? Remember Venom?
yeah,
Venom had
it
the
was always
highest
going to be a
opening.
continued trend where it goes up, 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 up.
And then down,
and then,
down,
and
down,
then
down.
Spider-Man was the perfect movie that it literally encapsulated everything that people needed and
Well,
wanted.
let's be fair too. This isn't a slight against the Suicide Squad, but it's no Way Home. It's not some massive event that was built up to for years
You're
and
right.
years that legacy.
No, it's
You're
just
right.
a side story. That's what it is. It's a side
It is what it is. And, and so that's what, I think this is my son. Isaac. What's up, Isaac? So studios will give the fans what they want as long as they are being fair about it.
No, that is mostly.
I think that's true too. I think that we have to stop being jerks about everything. That's just my opinion. I don't think
What was frustrating too is like earlier today. I don't know if you guys saw. I was going to mention earlier. A new Batman trailer came out.
I saw that.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
I seen that.
Yeah, and I saw this one account say if you're supporting this Robert Pattinson movie, you don't deserve to be tweeting make the Ben Affleck Batman movie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like you're
yes.
not a true Ben Affleck fan. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna,
What the
yeah, it's
hell?
gonna, yeah, it's
See,
gonna be one of those Twitter users.
No,
Like-
that right there. I'm sorry, that right there.
Okay, you see, the thing is,
that right there shows that right there is a person who, like, it's got to be this way or no way, and that's just not fair. And that's not coming from.
There
a
should be
place
room
of,
for everything. There should be
yeah.
room for everything.
Listen. Look, the Batman. I'm sure RJ. There's going to be. I'm sure the Batman's going to do very, very well. Okay, I have no doubt about that. But
Oh,
I will
no,
say this:
it's gonna be-
I'm sure that there's going to be people who come out of the Batman and go, I really didn't like that. Because of its style, because of what it's doing,
Yeah.
and
And
look,
that's
that's going to be
perfectly
fair.
fine if people don't like
If
it,
you
yeah.
don't like something, that's perfectly fair. But to hate on something that you haven't even seen and act like, I mean, it's literally acting like Batman is like, this Batman is a completely, like, almost like this Batman is in the MCU, so you can't like MCU and DC, you can't like that Batman and this Batman. Last I saw, and I checked regularly, because you should check, especially when you're over 45. You should get checked. Like, seriously, like everything needs to be checked. Okay, seriously, like, get the old finger in there.
Yeah,
Take a stool sample.
Well-
and check what kind of fan you are too. Okay, no matter what age you are, because it can get pretty cancerous with people with their fandom, and that kind of thing right there is a horrible way to look at it. By saying if you support Pattinson's Batman, I can't believe that somebody would even type that, because if you're saying that if you support a Batman movie, you can't say that you want another Batman movie. Look what we just saw with Spider-Man. What we just saw with Spider-Man. Look, we got a guy here on the panel today, Andrew, who like literally you could put Toby in anything and Andrew would like it. Like Andrew just loves Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right? But there are
And
people
guess
like
what?
I have
And guess
said,
what? People want all three. They want all three Spider-Men to get
yes.
their movies
So
and
are we
continuations.
saying now? So would we ever say if you're a Tobey Maguire fan, you cannot support Andrew Garfield, or you cannot support Tom Holland? You cannot
right.
like different versions of these
No,
Spider-Men.
nobody's
You
like
cannot.
that. Nobody's
No.
like that. Nobody's doing that.
Hey,
And why are we
hey,
like
can
that
I-
with Batman? Just because of Zack Snyder? Is Zack Snyder literally the point where we're like, if it's not Zack Snyder, it's not DC? Because I'm telling you, Zack Snyder is a DC fan. He loves DC. Yes, he wants.
He's also
to
voiced his
do the
support for
things.
that movie, by the way.
Exactly. He is voiced his support. But you know what, RJ? What ticks me off is all these people will cite Zack Snyder, right? Like they love Zack Snyder's work, they love what he said, but they don't listen to what he says. They literally speak for him, and they're acting like the Batman is somehow like,
Yeah, and
because
people
it's
are
produced by
saying that they
Walter
wanna-
Hamada. Because it's produced by Walter Hamada, then it's evil and Zach hates it, and we all have to hate it too. When Zach literally comes out and says, "Hey, I'm excited for this and I want this to happen," but no, we can't listen to that. Zach didn't continue with our narrative. So no, we're gonna ignore that Zach said that, or we're gonna ignore that David Ayer supported the Suicide Squad movie. We're gonna ignore all that stuff because it doesn't fit our narrative, and we only want one thing, and we're short-sighted. And I'm telling you, if you do that, you're gonna be pissed off the rest of your life, because you're not gonna get what you want. You're not going to 100% get what you want. You're not going to get Zack Snyder to come back and take everything over. Just peacefully say what you like and what you don't like, but don't try to crap on everybody else's life and what everybody else likes in DC in general. Yes, go ahead, man.
Okay, thank you. You were going on too long. Okay,
I'm sorry.
anyways,
Look, I will rant.
about
I will rant, and I will do it.
It's okay, man. We
The
rant
dude
all the
is known
time.
for ranting.
Listen, about the hate on the blind hate on the Batman. I can understand like the criticism for this film in general is the hypocrisy that WB is going back to making these types of movies, even though trying to fix the DCU by saying, "Oh,
Sure.
it's lighthearted." But again, I can understand this is a valid criticism, but saying to the point where it's like, "Oh, it's gonna suck. It's Batfleck is gonna Rob Pattinson's gonna flop. It's not Batfleck." No, it's not that. It could be a good movie in its own general. I mean, will I say it's better than Batfleck? Of course not. I will say they're both equally good Batman, much like Tyler Hoechlin and Henry Cavill Superman.
We don't even know.
I mean,
we don't even know. We haven't seen the movie.
Okay, yeah, I know.
All we can do is look at we got a couple of trailers for Batman.
I mean,
And
yeah,
we don't even have a full Batman movie. We've got Batman, we got Batfleck in like what now? How many movies? What, 4 movies?
Yeah.
That he showed
Two,
up at with cameos?
It's like 2 or
2
3.
movies that he well, if you count Justice League, right? Because look, I look at Justice League and
I feel
I
like
look at Justice League. Hold on, I look at Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League as 2 completely different films.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they are.
Definitely.
They're
Definitely.
2 completely different films. So I mean, if and look, I don't even look at Batfleck's version in Justice League as what his character is, because that's not his character in any of the other films.
Yeah, I know.
That's literally something they made for that film. But do you see
Yeah,
me
it made him
griping
like
and
a Tony
complaining about
Stark.
it? Do you see me doing all this stuff about it? No. Here's the thing. We saw him in BVS where he played a big role, but it was, it wasn't a Batman movie. It was a shared film.
Yeah, it was a
Uh,
it's a little bit of both, actually. Yeah,
yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Superman and
Then,
Batman
then
film
you
at the
had
same
Zack.
time.
Then you had him make a cameo in
In the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, right? Which the cameo was great.
Oh,
Right?
it was definitely
But
great. It's just
it was a cameo. It was a cameo. Then
yeah,
we
it was to
saw
establish.
him.
Yeah, it was to establish, like, how the prisoners got in, like what Deathshot's relationship with Batman, and also
Exactly.
Joker and
Exactly.
stuff.
But it was on par though with BVS, right?
Exactly.
Then we saw Zack Snyder's Justice League. And was
Exactly.
there another thing that he cameoed in?
I don't think so.
No, that
Not
was
that
it. His last role was in Justice League.
Yeah, so like 3, right? So
Yeah,
we've seen him in
exactly.
3 things, right? But the thing is like, so we got that, and then there's Justice League, which is a totally different character. There are glints of it. Like, I'll be honest with you, I like the rooftop scene at the beginning of Justice League.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool. Like, I
Well,
like
it's
seeing him
homage,
do.
well, until
like,
the
to like the New 52 Justice League, where Batman interrogates a parademon, and then it's with Green
yeah,
Lantern.
but the parademon exploding, revealing a map, that is stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
that was
other than
stupid.
that,
It wasn't
that
really a
was-
map. It was more or less 3 boxes, actually. It's sort of like
Yeah, and here's the thing, what this
Yeah,
new
that's
Batman-
stupid. But I'm saying the setup. See, that was the problem with a lot of Justice League. It wasn't that it was all bad. It was the fact that the setups were weird, because like that whole like thing with the guy on the roof and stuff, and the villain and stuff, and then you got Batman like literally sitting up over there, just like watching him, and then comes over and they fight and they do the whole thing. That's all fine. Then all of a sudden you invite this parademon, which is fine too. But like, does Batman use a person as bait?
Never, no.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
criminal.
I don't know. That's fine. But then when he goes after the parademon, then like you said, it does something stupid like show the mother boxes.
well,
right?
it's because
So
the movie was so disjointed. They had to find a reason to explain how the plot worked because it cut so much out.
Right. And so that's weird, right? And so there's and then Batman joking around and getting tossed around, and saying, oh, something's bleeding.
Something's
and like,
definitely bleeding.
Yeah.
and like okay, so it gets stupid. But then like there's these moments that are great, but they just fall flat. Real quick, I want to Isaac here says studios will eventually give fans what they want as long as fans are fair, not singling out.
Enosh,
I think you muted.
I think you're muted, buddy.
It's like halfway reading through that. He entered the Phantom Zone.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that this new Batman with he's gone.
Oh well,
Here we go
did his phone
again.
either die again or?
No, he probably
Sorry,
didn't
I got a
come
phone call. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's all right. I'm on my
Oh, no.
phone. I'm on my phone, and
Yeah, I
the
get it.
thing. The
Oh,
thing
speaking of which,
goes out.
Enosh, I
Hold on,
actually
I just wanted to read this. Hold on a second. I wanted to read this. So he's because I was reading this real quick. Studios will eventually give fans what they want as long as fans are fair, not singling out or boycotting other things because they aren't getting what they want. And then he says, and there will be times studios won't give what the fans want, but fans to extreme extents will slim the chances. Listen, that's my son, right? And I agree with him. I agree with him that the thing is that we this is like nerd stuff, right? This is literally nerd stuff, and I get it. I
boycotting never works, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, well, I shouldn't say that. It sometimes works, but boycotting is never always the answer.
No, you're right. I got another Marco man here. Is that you, man?
Oh yeah, I wanted to share you.
Oh,
This
you're
is my
sharing
take
something,
on
okay.
This is actually my take on the rooftop scene, actually.
Finally.
Yeah, so this is the same guy that was
Oh,
from
that's
the
cool.
rooftop scene in Justice League.
God! Okay. I just shoplifted Fortnite from a nearby GameStop, okay? Just please don't hurt me! Look, I've been trying to find a criminal in Gotham to use as bait, so cooperate with me, okay? Bait? Bait for what? Whoa, hey! For the creature that smells fear. What do? Just soil myself? I smell kidneys. What the fuck is that? Who sent you here? What do you want? I need answers. I refuse to tell you anything, for I will serve my master with a dark side. Isn't that the name of your leader that you refuse to tell me? Oh, shit.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask what the fuck just happened here, so I should get going.
I'm still going to turn you in for shoplifting.
12 seconds later.
Hold on, before you go, the aliens that appeared to take me, is it because that Superman is gone? I saw you on the news with him and that warrior woman fighting that ugly bone creature. So tell me, Batman, where does that leave us?
All I know is that there's an attack coming from far away.
Yeah, so they basically that
Okay,
was
can I just
it.
say you made that
That's
scene
funny.
better.
That's funny.
You made that scene
That's
better.
funny. That is funny.
Yeah, for a few reasons. One, I did not do like, oh, they just fly around about to the scene. I sort of based off of the fight scene a little bit from like the original like stunt performance of the Batman versus the Parademon, a little bit of the horror theme, and I actually had Batman arrest the criminal because if you remember in the theatrical release, Batman didn't arrest the shoplifter. I mean, despite this stealing stuff, he's just only a shoplifter. I mean, and also I had the Parademon explode, but it's also because I'm like, I want to mention a little bit more Darkseid, my cut of the movie, simply because I want to make this short, but I wanted to still have people saying, oh yes, Darkseid is actually in this movie. He's just not just name dropped once.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That was
I
funny.
forgot to mention this earlier. Is that with this new Batman movie with Pattinson, this is the first time we had a Batman movie where he's the main star ever since The Dark Knight Rises in 2012.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's absolutely been a while. So
It's been 84 years.
84 years?
It's a meme. It's a meme. It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
not
it's
been 84
definitely
years.
been a while. It's definitely
Yeah,
been a while
because
for
ever
sure.
since
So
Dark Knight Rises with
serious?
Christopher Nolan, Batman's only been a side character.
nope, you're right. So well, you know, I have so I got a couple of things I got to do here, but whoop, here comes I think it's RJ back. Yeah, there's RJ. Oops. There you go, RJ. So yeah, you know, look, I'm just telling people like everybody just needs to chill, just needs to get along, and you know what, enjoy stuff as they come out. And if you don't like it, that's fine. We can have that conversation all day. God knows we'll argue about
I
it.
didn't say that, Jaden Smith. I like
We'll
both.
do that whole thing, right, RJ? I mean, we'll go the last mile. I mean, definitely. But you know, but the thing is like I do think that we have to we just got to take things for what they are, you know, and you're gonna get some things that you like. Jaden, I don't think anybody's saying
really
that
bizarre. It sounds like
I didn't say that, Jaden. I like both.
sounds like everyone's talking in slow mo, like everyone's demons, and it's scaring the crap out of me.
RJ, we're coming for your soul.
That's what it sounds like. It's what it sounds like. It's really scary. Nobody talk. It's frightening. Like it feels like everyone got possessed by a ghost or something.
You got possessed by Gozer.
So Cherie,
And
I'm
do
gonna
you
be
like-
honest with you. That version of Come Together is fire.
Yeah, that song was good.
I'm sorry. That was a good song, and I actually like everybody knows as well. So like you know, I mean, I know everybody's got their thing about Justice League. I'm a musician. I loved both of those songs. I mean, those songs. I don't think those songs were the problem. You know what I mean? Like it felt different because it wasn't Zack Snyder's movie. You know what I mean? It wasn't his show, right? It was like his show, and it felt kind of. I'll be honest with you. It just kind of felt bastardized. It felt pieced together, torn apart, pieced together, and so it didn't feel like his actual thing, you know. And so that part I get, you know. It just it's weird, right? It's a weird thing for sure. But see, Steven, there were parts of that though. Yeah. But see, like, I don't think that the thing as a whole was horrible. I just feel like there were parts of it that were really, really bad. And then there were parts of it that were like if it was done better, if it was written better, it would have been fine. But it just, but they didn't, it didn't capitalize on what could have been really good from that. You know, that's all I'm saying. So
yeah, I mean, Batman going like fear, they can smell it.
Yeah,
I do like the fear aspect. I mean, I do think that I did like this idea that parademons can actually smell the anxiety and the sweat of humans to attract them more. But again, it can be really inconsistent because, you know, that one time where Barry is sort of like telling Batman that he's afraid of bugs and guns, and for some reason the parademons are not detected, which kind of contradicts Joss Whedon's take on those parademons. Actually,
maybe. Yeah, no, you know, you're not wrong. I mean, it's weird, right? So
again, there are really interesting like concepts. It's just the execution didn't handle well, much like the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, don't remind me of that.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Look, I don't hate the film. I'll be honest with you, I don't hate the film, but it's my least favorite Star Wars movie.
I mean, I don't hate the sequel trilogy as much as other people do, although I can agree. Like, you know, the beginning I feel like yes, like the whole the mystery box thing couldn't have done well if they actually, explained everything instead of just explaining it to the next movie. Like there has to be some sort of setup. Between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, it's revealed that Snoke is a clone of Palpatine. Like, okay, you explained to me, but this feels like it's actually just pasted there because
here's the thing.
He's not a clone of Palpatine.
Well, not really a clone. I mean,
here's the thing.
He's not a clone of Palpatine at all. I mean, he's a clone of somebody else. That was revealed in the novel that that he's a clone of somebody else. It was just that he was somebody that Palpatine was experimenting with because the problem was always, and this is where people have to go know Star Wars lore. The problem is that it was very difficult to clone people with Force abilities.
I mean,
that's why when you look at it, like so you have Rey, right?
Yeah.
The thing was that Palpatine's son
is a clone of Palpatine.
I believe was believed to be a clone of Palpatine that was not Force sensitive. Okay.
What?
So, and his son did not want any part of him. So that's why they tried to hide their daughter from him. Right. And so, so that being said, I lost RJ there for a second again.
Oh, no, you're fine.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. It's like, I don't hear anything when that happens. So like, I didn't know where you were.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's okay.
So the thing is that, he was experimenting with that and he finally cloned a being that had Force ability. The difference was he wasn't a clone of Palpatine. He was being manipulated by Palpatine. Palpatine was able to control Snoke remotely. And see, that's the thing. And that's the other thing that people miss is that the body because I saw all kinds of criticism about this and they're like, how in the world is he back when he blew up in the Death Star? Yes, he did blow up in the Death Star. His essence literally left, his dark Force essence, because he was the freaking Dark Lord of the Sith.
Yeah,
he was a master of the dark arts. And so and I don't understand why people have such a hard time with this, guys, because this was all done in the 90s. This was all in Dark Empire. Like this was all explained back then. I literally watched these fandom menacers like making videos like griping and complaining about this. And I'm like, have you guys ever read anything about Star Wars? Is your like whole thing about Star Wars just the prequel trilogies? Because they're all so young that they're just like, it's like they never saw or read anything before this. And I'm like, this literally happened and was canon for the longest time that the Emperor, his essence went out, that the Emperor had a planet where he had cloning cylinders and he was trying to clone himself and he had multiple bodies. I have action figures of a young Emperor Palpatine from Dark Empire.
And don't forget they also clone Luke.
And if people are ticked off that Luke was like, oh, Luke would never be like this and go and be like old crotchety stuff in Last Jedi, screw that, because because we have Dark Empire where Luke literally sought out the Emperor, the new cloned Emperor, and pledged himself to the dark side to become the Emperor's actual apprentice, like his father, simply because he wanted to learn more about the dark side's power. Okay. And that same comic, yes, and this was canon back then. In the same comic, see, this is what people don't understand about Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson knows more about Star Wars than half of these jerks out here who like attacked him. But Rian Johnson also pulled something also out of that comic, because in that same comic, Han, Chewie, Princess Leia, and the droids all go to pick up Luke to save him from the Emperor. They are successful. They are successful.
Luke intentionally turned into the dark side as a double agent, but get hooked onto the dark side. So Leia and Han have to drag him out of it.
He didn't do it as a double agent. He literally told Leia she was the future, and he pledged himself to the dark side because he needed to learn more about the dark side, and he pledged to be the Emperor's apprentice.
Okay.
Then you want to check this out. Everybody gripes and complains about the end of Last Jedi, right? That Luke like totally wussed out and like he didn't go there to First of all, that power of being able to project yourself across the freaking galaxy is the most amazing force power we have ever seen.
Really?
On screen.
Okay.
Really?
When you think about this, Luke literally projected himself across the entire galaxy. Go find a map of the Star Wars galaxy and look where he was compared to where he projected
It's
himself. And
massive.
you try to tell me that that is not the most amazing Jedi Master power ever done. But here's the thing. You want to know something? You want to know where Rian Johnson got that? He didn't just make that up like all these people. Oh, just Rian Johnson just making up force powers. And blah, 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 blah. No, Dark Empire. Han, Chewie, Princess Leia, and the droids go and try to save Luke from the Emperor because they know that the Emperor has come back and Luke went to go fight him and nobody's seeing Luke and they're all concerned about Luke. So they go and they find Luke, they rescue him, they risk their lives to rescue Luke Skywalker, get him on the Falcon, hit light speed, and they're gone and they're flying. And Luke says, guys, thank you so much for saving me. I love you all. I appreciate you all. But listen, please don't come back for me. I am fine. I know what I'm doing. I need to do this. You need to let me do this. And they're like, what are you talking about? We just saved you. And he goes, no, I'm sorry. Please, just go. I know what I'm doing. And he vanishes.
Oh my
because
God.
Luke used the same freaking power back in like
never really on the ship.
1991, 92.
Yeah, he was never on the
Okay?
ship.
He was never on the ship. He was force projecting himself, just like in The Last Jedi, aboard the Falcon.
God damn.
So,
wait, you're telling me what? That's the weirdest shit. That is the trippiest shit I have ever seen.
Dude, that is why I stand by and I will never retract the fact that The Last Jedi is one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever made. Because it actually, because people who gripe, oh dude, I don't care. Because people who gripe and complain about The Last Jedi don't know Star Wars. Period. Period. And the things that they say that they know, when they're actually faced with these actual facts, they just go, well, I didn't like it. It doesn't matter what you like. Okay, you want me to get the rock like Dwayne Johnson on you? It doesn't matter what you like.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you don't like this force power or you don't like the way Luke was portrayed. Listen, Luke did exactly what he saw all of his masters do. When his masters failed, they went into hiding. They literally went and became hermits. Okay, Obi-Wan did it.
Even Obi-Wan
Yoda
did it. I didn't realize
Yoda did it. Okay, they all did it. Luke did what he thought was best because Luke lost everything. And yes, Luke had a moment of weakness. And everybody's like, Luke wouldn't have a moment of weakness that he would try to do that. Luke is the most powerful. But look, Luke Skywalker is my hero. I love Luke Skywalker. But to act like Luke Skywalker is perfect, is absolutely ridiculous. Yoda keeps telling Luke, you need to stop being so emotional. Look what Luke does in The Empire Strikes Back. He gets one little vision of the future. And what's he do? He emotionally just jumps and says, I got to go save them. And what does Yoda say? He says, you can't do it. And he says, but will they die? And he says, and Yoda looks and says, the future is unclear. He says, we can't tell. And Luke says, well, then what am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to sacrifice Luke and Leia? And Yoda, straight up like a gangster, tells him, yes. If you value what they fight for, yes, you will let them die for the greater good because, Luke, you need to be here training to be a Jedi. If the galaxy is going to be safe, look, I know we all have our heroes. We love our heroes. We don't want to see them pass. We don't want to see those things. But the reality is, and this is, Andrew, this is actually for you too, because I know that you've been upset that some people have talked about Toby, like that it would have been like, it wouldn't have been a bad thing if Toby had sacrificed himself. I didn't want to see Toby sacrifice himself either, okay? When he got stabbed in the movie, I was like, oh, please no. But I'm glad that he didn't. But here's the thing. None of us want to see our heroes die. But we have to remember our heroes in our films and our books and our stories, they're fighting for something. And if there is no challenge, if there is no possibility of that, there's no depth to it. And when a character dies, when a character passes, it adds a piece of realism to what you're watching. It makes it actually mean something. When somebody can actually pass, you could actually lose something that you love, then you appreciate it that much more. And so the thing is with Han and Leia, Luke makes the wrong choice. He says, nope. He says, I'll be back, I promise. And then, he leaves Yoda and Obi-Wan there just going, well, that boy was our last choice, our last chance. Nope, there's another. Right. And so it sets up for the next thing. because Leia would have been that next thing. But the thing is that, you know, but what does Luke do? Luke shows up. Does Luke help in any way? No. No. You know what Luke does? Because Luke is coming up there. Guess what happens? Nobody talks about this. It's Luke's fault that Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite.
What?
Yeah, because they say, "Hey, there's an X-wing coming," and what does he say? When they say, "If you put him in that carbonite, he could die," and Vader says, "Okay, we'll test it on Captain Solo."
Yeah, they want to test on Solo first, see if it works, and if it works,
To see if it works, so they can put Luke in carbonation.
What? Wait, that was meant for Luke. Yeah, that was a line in the movie.
That's a line in Empire Strikes Back.
Wait, oh my god.
So it is Luke's fault. It is Luke's fault that Han Solo gets put in carbonite. Because Luke showed up. If Luke had not showed up, they would have all remember what was going on is that everybody was going with Vader. Vader was taking everybody, but if Luke had trained to be a Jedi, he would have been able to face Vader on a more powerful note, been able to be more effective. But instead, Luke goes because he's arrogant, because he thinks that he's learned enough, and he goes to face freaking Darth Vader, and he gets Han Solo frozen in carbonite and taken off to Jabba's palace where Han Solo could have been killed, okay? And Leia and everybody else, the Wookiee and everybody else, you know, Chewie and everybody, they end up getting away thanks to Lando, but they're getting away, everybody's getting away, but Luke is getting his butt kicked.
He gets his head chopped off.
He gets his hand chopped off. He loses his lightsaber.
Vader
He gets
is
his
his father.
literally Vader is not even fighting him. Vader is like one-handing it, man.
he's toying
Like
with him.
Vader is out here doing this. Like Luke is giving it everything that he is physically got. He's sweating. He's
Vader's
bleeding.
like not even impressed, really. He's just
Exactly.
like,
And
"All right."
Vader's just like,
I'm not even
Vader
trying.
lowers his lightsaber and everything starts flying towards Luke and like knocking Luke out the window, right? And Luke is like literally barely hanging on. Luke finds out the craziest thing of all, the disappointment that guess what? His father, who he has idolized his whole entire life,
Is actually Darth
is
Vader.
actually the villain that he's trying to face.
He's facing his own dad.
He is facing his own death, his dad, everything. And then he has to make a decision where he almost dies. Okay? Because he jumps off the thing. Instead of going to the dark side, he's like, I'll just jump off this thing.
He
not
basically
even
said,
knowing-
"I'd rather die. I would rather die."
So like as far as Luke was concerned, when he jumped off, like he didn't know where he was
Right,
going.
he was ready to die, basically.
Right? And so he does that. Then he ends up hanging on the bottom by an antenna. Everybody's getting away. Everybody's going to be fine. But
And
Luke
the
is all
woman
like,
saves him. The woman
Leia,
saves him.
Leia, hear me. So Leia and Chewie and everybody, they got to turn around, risk coming back and risk like coming back to where they are. And then Luke, they have to save Luke. Okay?
Hold on,
And
let me
then
stop you right
take
there.
Luke. Here's my point. Okay, so Elsa, I love you, but this is where I disagree with you. Empire doesn't make any mistakes. It's not a mistake. Here's the point.
Well, no, he's saying Luke made many mistakes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Elsa. I thought you were saying Empire made many mistakes because some people have told me that. Oh, the movie is flawed. No, it's not the movie. Luke makes so many mistakes, and that is why she says, "I love Return of the Jedi," and that Luke is way more wise and calm. He saw the Ewoks, and he knew that they could be a great help. So that's good. That's good because Luke learned a lot, right? But do you see all the stuff that Luke had to undo from Empire because Luke gets emotional and he runs off. So you're going to tell me that guy. Now listen, I'm 45 now, okay? 45 years old. Do you know how much different I am since I was 25?
There's a lot different.
22? How old is Luke in Empire and Return of the Jedi? Luke literally left the farm at 18 years old. By Jedi, I think they said 4 years past, I think. Is it 4 years?
Is it only 4? I could have sworn it was
I
like
mean,
5 or
it's
6.
6 years our time. It's 6 years our time because of the thing. But I don't think that it's as many in the Star Wars universe. I think it was only 4 or 5. Because I think it's only 3 years between. I think, honestly, I think he's only like 22 years old. 21, 22 years old by Jedi.
Really? I could have sworn it was like 24.
Yeah,
25.
Elsa here, 22 and 23. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
he's
by
he's
the
he's
Last
still
Jedi,
yeah,
in,
he's
like,
super
his
young.
40s.
So here's what I'm saying. At 22, 23 years old, and RJ, you're 24, right?
I'm 20.
22. I'm 22.
Oh, you're 22. Okay, even better, right? You guys, you don't understand. And I know that old people will tell you this all the time, and you're just like, yeah, whatever, whatever. Okay, listen. Between now and the time that you are 45 years old, 20 years pass, right? That's almost your entire lifetime. Think about everything you've collectively learned and experienced in your lifetime, and then double that experience, what you've been through. And here's the problem. People don't necessarily just get better. They get better at something they're able to like function within those things, okay? But the reality is most people by the time that they're 40, like well before they're 40, they are established in their personality. So even though Luke was establishing this Jedi Order and everybody wants to like put Luke on this pedestal that like he's this perfect Jedi master, that was never the point of Luke. Yoda made mistakes. Ben made mistakes. Mace Windu made a ton of mistakes. You know what I mean? The whole Jedi Council in the prequels made horrible mistakes. They couldn't even they were so distracted that they didn't even see the dark side growing around them.
They couldn't even tell there's an enemy amongst them.
Exactly. So here's the deal with Luke. Luke is established. Luke, you got to remember what Luke is at this point. He has established a Jedi Order, right? He has his nephew that he's training. That's family, right? So there's emotion connected there. Everybody says, well, no, the Luke Skywalker that fought for that believed in good for Vader wouldn't do that to his nephew. It's a totally different situation. It's a completely different view. It's a completely different thing. Before, Luke is sensing some good in his father who he doesn't want to have that confrontation with, right? He is also fighting for the universe, but he sees a way that his dad can be a help. The older Luke has now become comfortable. The older Luke now, they've saved the universe. They've got the New Republic. They've literally been working for 20 years to set up a new galaxy-wide republic that's for all people, right? He's got his Jedis. He's trying to raise up Jedis. And then he senses the dark side, something he has not sensed in anyone for over 20 years. Well, more than that, because what is he like? I think he's supposed to be like 55 well, it's 30 years, right? So like he's like 50. Let's just round it up. Say he's like 55, right? He says he's like 55, right? And so if we round it up, he's like 50. He looks older than 55, but he's older than that.
I mean,
so
like...
because 30 years passed between Jedi and then. So you have a Luke Skywalker who has now gotten comfortable, who has fought all the evil in the galaxy, fought the worst stuff in the galaxy. And we're going to get a lot of what some of that in-between stuff was with this live action stuff from Disney Plus.
Well, that's the whole point. It's filling in that 30-year gap, which is going to be great.
Exactly. But RJ, I've had people try to tell me, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. Well, now we're seeing it happen. I said this. I was saying this way back then.
I know, dude. I was saying you don't think they're doing Heir to the Empire in some way.
Exactly. They're going to pay homage. See, this is what people don't understand about the reboot that Disney did. Disney was never, all these fanboys were saying, Disney's destroying the EU and everything we loved. They're missing the point.
That's why they brought Thrawn back in 2014 or whatever.
Exactly. RJ, they needed to be able to have the freedom to tell the stories. Are they going to be in different ways? Is it a tragedy to me if they don't bring Mara Jade in? Absolutely. Okay.
I still want Kyle
tragedy if they don't bring Starkiller in.
Yeah. Well, Starkiller is a whole different thing, and Starkiller was a video game thing.
Listen. I just want Mara Jade and Kyle Katarn. That's it. It's for me.
There you go. There you go. I would settle just for Mara Jade, but like Starkiller, it's a great story. I love the idea of Starkiller. It was a video game, though. Okay, I don't look at it as having to be like. It's a cool story, and if they bring it in, awesome. I'm all for it.
Well, I also love the Knights of the Old Republic stuff like Bastila, Malak, Revan. That stuff
sure, and all that stuff should be there. But like the point is like I've literally had people like there's 30 years now of lore that can be filled in of like stuff with our
30 years is a long time with a lot of stories you could tell.
Exactly. There's a lot of stories to be told, and look, I really do hope that they end up recasting because if they've
They should
and honestly, they should get Alden Ehrenreich to come back, be an older Han
Get
Solo.
Alden Ehrenreich, get Sebastian Stan as Luke. I'm not sure who you get as Leia though. Leia's the one I don't know.
I'm not sure. You have to get somebody to play that part. But you know what? There was a point in time where I would have said, no, don't you ever recast those roles. I'm at a point now. I just want to see those stories done. And I'll be honest with you.
I think the fans would be okay with it if they got.
I'm okay now. I'm okay now. But what I'm saying is though, is when Luke goes in and he senses that dark side again, and you got to remember he's older, right? His sister, he's tried to train her, but she doesn't want to be a Jedi, right? She's more of the political end of it, right?
Well, it's like she just can't. She can't be a Jedi.
She just can't do it, right? And so the thing is Luke has taken everything upon himself. Everything is on Luke's shoulders. And Luke is trying, but then he sees he has a vision, just like he had in Empire. He has a vision of his nephew creating so much evil and literally destroying the galaxy, destroying billions of lives.
Basically undoing the last 30 years of work.
Undoing and unraveling everything that they fought for. And you're going to tell me, after your entire life, that you don't sit there and think for a second, I can stop this. I can stop this and take out your lightsaber and think about it. But then you know what? But you know what makes it great? Is Luke doesn't do that. Luke corrects himself.
It was
without,
like a split-second error.
Yes, it was a split-second error because you see the glimpse of the old Luke, right? You see the glimpse of that young Luke that's like, oh my gosh, this is a horrible thing. I got to stop this. He pulls out his lightsaber and then he realizes,
there's a better way.
There's a better way and I can't do this, but it's too late. It's a mistake, but it's too late. And Luke can't undo it because all you see is Ben wake up. And I think that other people need to recognize this too. We see that story told twice in the Force or in the Last Jedi.
Two different points of view.
But you know what's weird about that, RJ? Is people take that for face value. People literally like they don't understand. It's like they don't watch the movie, RJ. Like, what is it with movies nowadays, man? Like everybody's a critic, but yet nobody knows how to actually critique a movie.
Spoon-feed information.
I mean, is it just the digital world we live in where everybody could critique stuff, but nobody actually like critiques stuff? You know what I mean?
That's like the CinemaSins consequence. That's all like the critics and cynics that kind of cause that. It's like we overanalyze stuff.
You're right, man. You're absolutely right. And I'm just like, look, I'm at a point where like it's so weird, but you know, Luke, he makes a mistake and he corrects it, but it's too late, right? But the thing is, if it truly falls in line with his personality, it falls in line with everything he's ever done, with the way he's always acted. The difference is that he is now older and wiser. And so you know what? He pulls back. But also, you guys, anybody not understanding what that scene is, he goes back and forth because he doesn't do it. But also you have to remember the story is told at one point from Ben's point of view, and it's told one point from Luke's point of view.
Well, I thought it was also interesting because almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy where like Luke tried to stop it, but by him trying to stop it, he kind of caused it anyway.
Exactly. And that's exactly what he does in Empire. He does something that causes the thing that he sees. He sees everybody in trouble and everything like that. And so the thing is that by the time he gets to there, you have to remember what you see in Last Jedi is not the real truth. You're seeing two sides to a story, but how many sides to a story are there?
One.
Three.
Oh,
There are
there's
three sides to
oh.
every story. Three
That
sides
goes
to every
back
story.
that goes back
There's
to the
your
Samurai
side of the
movies.
story. There's your side of the story where Ben is telling the story. And of course, in Ben's story, Luke is just a bloodthirsty tyrant who's just out to kill him. And he's got like bloodshot eyes and,
gone
you know,
crazy.
yeah, he's all crazy look in his face. Right. Then you got Luke's story. What is Luke's story? Luke is like, I was just trying to help him. I had a moment of weakness, but it was okay.
I was just trying to help him, but he was too far gone.
Yeah, and he was too far gone,
like
right?
you
And there's
said,
nothing I could do.
You said like in Ben's story, he has like the crazy look in his eye, but in Luke's story, he's got a sad look. Like, what am I doing?
What is the third side of that? And this is what I ask people to take into consideration. There's a third side to that story that is the truth. It's somewhere in the middle, right? It's not that Luke was perfect, and it's not that Ben was completely evil, and it's not that Luke was completely
Yeah,
evil
the truth
and
is
just
in the
did that.
middle there.
It's the first time it's been shown that way in Star Wars. It's the very first time that anybody has ever done that in a Star Wars movie.
That's an homage. There's I forget the name of the Akira Kurosawa movie, but there's a movie that like was famous for doing the dual storyline where like all these people have a different take on the same events.
Yes.
And was George Lucas inspired by? Akira Kurosawa.
That's what I'm saying. So look, like all I ask people, look, you and I see Elsa and others like, look, you might not like The Last Jedi, okay? But I ask you, I would love to sit down and watch the movie with you, because I wish people, honestly, guys, could see The Last Jedi the way that I see it. Because I feel like we get all emotional about it, and it's like, oh, I don't like it because I like Luke Skywalker, and Luke is not portrayed in the way that I wanted him to be.
For me, it was the Rise of Skywalker that really just kind of killed my love for the sequel trilogy a bit. Because I was just like,
yeah, well, the Rise of Skywalker has a lot of issues with it. There's some things that I will defend in Rise of Skywalker, like Palpatine, for example.
I'll just be honest, I like that's one of the Star Wars movies I have not rewatched.
I think the problem with the Rise of Skywalker is that there's randomly put in without even establishing in the previous films. For example, Finn's foreshadowing of his force sensitive powers.
Yeah,
Palpatine suddenly coming back. That was a sudden thing. There was
they didn't really set that up well. Like I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them doing it, but I'll be the first one to admit that they did not set that up well. Because, but you know why that is? You know why that is because they got gun shy, because everybody literally
I would have
overreacted.
preferred Colin Trevorrow's version, to be honest.
Yeah, look, everybody overreacted to The Last Jedi, right? And the overreaction to The Last Jedi killed Solo, which is not fair.
They're trying way
Solo,
too hard to course correct.
Look, Solo did not deserve the hate that it got at all. Solo was a good movie. So look, every week
There's a couple things I don't like about Solo.
There's a couple things. Look, I talked about how I like the book, the Jedi Academy series, where they actually talk about how Han did the Kessel Run, and that is much better than the way that they explained it in Solo.
Well, my issue with that movie is I just don't like L3. That character's kind of annoying to me.
If you don't like the character, that's fine. Like, I don't hate her.
Well,
The
way that Han and Chewie meet and that, like, how the life death happens, it's a little underwhelming, to be honest.
It is. But what I'm saying though is that as a film, it's a fine film. There's nothing wrong with the film, and it's funny because, and I told this to you guys last year, there were people who, for a while, there was literally like during last summer, where at least 3 to 5 people every week, because I was talking about, Last Jedi and talking about Solo and stuff, 3 to 5 people a week would message me, DM me or something and say, I just watched Solo for the first time. I didn't go see it in theater because of the backlash and everything and everything. And so I didn't see it. And now I wish I had seen it in the theater because I actually really enjoyed it.
I mean, honestly, I gotta be honest.
And now honestly, they feel that they were robbed. They feel that they were robbed because they listened to all these people who are just like living on hate, and they listened to that and they thought that they were doing something good by boycotting it, but that really wasn't the point. Like, even with the Snyderverse stuff, that's what I keep trying to tell people. Just boycotting something is not going to change anything for you. Like it's not going to change that. And the problem is that honestly, all of that going after everything, what did it bring us? It brought us The Force Awakens because it literally put Disney back on their heels. What did they do? They reverted back to the only thing that they knew, and they tried to go with J.J. Abrams, a guy who cannot stick a landing to save his life.
You mean
literally.
Yeah, that's a concern though. It's just like, what if we end up punishing movies that actually do what the fans kind of want to see?
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's a great point. And here's the thing though. So what happened? We just talked about fan service movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Spider-Man No Way Home is a fan service movie done well, which it is, okay, the opposite of that is The Rise of Skywalker, which was tried to be a fan service movie where literally we throw in everything in the kitchen sink. Like, remember this on Star Wars? Remember this on Star Wars?
Why the heck did they bring back Chewie's medal just randomly at the very end?
It was so random. It was so random. And it was like, look, we're trying to appeal to everybody to make somebody like enjoy this film, right? So they're like, hey, here's Chewie with the medal. Oh, here's some lesbians kissing because we want to appeal to that crowd. Like there was nothing of substance. There was no, okay, look, there
It was like stuff thrown
was
in
there
just to be like,
was there a
here's
relationship
Lando
established between those
Calrissian.
two characters?
no.
God,
No,
you
just background characters that we never
My
really
God,
knew
you should
about.
probably explain this to my mom. She is a whole Star Wars freak. Like, not like in like the like, external media, just like a big fan of the franchise as a whole.
Yeah, it just look, it was just bad, right? It was just not done well. And so
Also, they try to appeal. It's like, oh, the fans have wanted Rey and Kylo Ren to get together and kiss.
oh come on. But then you literally had JJ trying to say that was not a romantic kiss.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on. Did he actually say that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he said that.
You're
Yes,
kidding me? He
dude,
said that?
he actually said,
Blatant lie. That's a
dude,
lie.
he said straight up that he doesn't understand why everybody's acting like it was a romantic kiss because it wasn't. It was more of a brother-sisterly kiss.
What?
Listen,
That's
I have two
gross.
sisters.
That's
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
What
something.
are we
I'm gonna tell you something.
sister
I grew up in a
kid? I
house.
love
Hold on,
contact.
hold on. I grew up in a house with two sisters of my own and my grandmother, and we were a very loving family. I don't have a problem with kissing my sister on the lips. Okay, as family.
What are you from Alabama, dude?
No. I kiss my grandmother on the lips when she was alive. If I see my sister, I give her a kiss. I give her a hug because I love her.
A lot of families do
family.
that. It's
Here's
not-
the thing. Here's the thing. That's not a weird thing. What's weird is when you linger. Linger.
When,
If I see my
very
sister, if I see
long
my
kiss,
sister and I'm
yeah.
like, if I see my sister and I'm like, hey sis, love you. Oh, and I give her a hug and I'm like, mwah, that's fine. If I'm sitting here, hey sis, I love you.
Oh.
That is lingering. You don't linger on a familial kiss. That is not, yeah, it's like Luke and Leia all over again. That's not that's not a family kiss either. At least they didn't know. But you're going to come out and try to say that was not a romantic kiss when literally they are making out. Okay?
Yeah.
No.
Like,
No, and no. Real quick here. My phone's
Okay,
gonna die, but
I do think you do, but okay, I'll have to admit at it. The lingering part, okay, you kind of got me.
I'm just saying. Look, I will do. I'm going to do a watch party. I need to get back with Dawson and that Goldman, the Goldman, because we were doing our walkthrough. We did the entire prequel trilogy. We need to start off at Solo actually, and we're going to get through all the movies. But sometime I would love to do a watch party of The Last Jedi and just have you guys understand where I come from with it, because I'll be honest with you, I love that film. I'm so shocked that diehard Star Wars fans do not love that
the
film.
only thing I disliked about The Last Jedi is that they killed off Snoke without even explaining his backstory. I mean, that's the only genuine
Maybe, but
criticism I
see, you know what I felt? You know what I felt was going to happen? I felt like we were going to get that story in the third one, like that there was going to be some kind of like reasoning, right? Because I actually liked the fact that they shocked me. Dude, you know what I realized when Snoke died? Here's the thing. I watched the original 3, right? When I was a kid, right? And the last one came out in 83. When the prequels came out,
yeah,
they were fun, right? But here's what I've been saying, and this is why I really like The Last Jedi for killing Snoke and for doing that. Because in the prequels, even though I didn't know the exact storyline, I knew that Palpatine was going to become the Emperor by the time the thing was done. I knew that Anakin was going to become Darth Vader by the time the thing was done.
Because they were
I knew that
prequels.
Obi-Wan wasn't going to die. I knew that Yoda wasn't going to die. I knew that the Jedi Council was going to somehow fall because it wasn't around. I knew that everybody was going to die. I knew that the Clone Wars were coming. I knew that something was going to happen. So I knew like half of the story that was going on. It was basically just me sitting there watching how it happened. I knew what happened, but it was like somebody telling you history, but then you get to go back in time and you get to actually watch it happen, right? You kind of know what's going to happen. And then we watch The Force Awakens and it's like, oh, okay, good guys, bad guys. I kind of know what's going on here because I know a lot about Star Wars. So I know that, okay, they have, Luke was doing, where's Luke? They're trying to find Luke. That's cool. All right, we're trying to find Luke and Leia is doing this thing. Okay, it's a little different. Han Solo and Leia are having marital problems. I can get over that. I have a little bit of a problem with that, but I could get over it. It was what it was. But then we get in the next thing. Oh, okay, here they are again. One is conflicted by the dark side. One is conflicted by the light side. They added the light side thing for Ben, which was interesting. But it's like pretty much okay. We can see where this is going. They're gonna, like he brings her to Snoke. There's gonna be a battle. All right, blah 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 blah. Oh wait, you just killed the main bad guy.
Yeah, it kind of throws everything out the window.
Here's something interesting. For the
yeah.
first time since 1983, I was watching a Star Wars movie that I had no idea where it was going.
Whoa!
I had no idea. No idea. I could not even fathom in my own brain.
Oh.
What is going on here? Why would they kill Snoke? Like if Snoke is the supreme one and he's trying to bring all this stuff together and he's literally in control. What? You've got everything in disarray. You've got everybody go. Listen, I'll give you guys all Canto Bite because Canto Bite sucked. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
But there's a way to fix that. If you literally put Lando on Canto Bite, it's all fixed. But whatever. But
okay,
for the first time since 1983, I was watching a Star Wars film that I couldn't predict, and I loved that. That made me so happy that I was watching a film that I didn't know what the ending was going to be now, because how does this end when you just killed the main villain, the strongest person in the thing? You just killed him.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I mean,
like there were look, and I have my nitpicks about stuff. The humor, some of the humor in it is kind of stupid with Hux and Poe at the beginning and stuff. Like, look, I'm not saying that it's a perfect film. I'm just saying that it doesn't deserve to be overly hated. Real quick here, because my phone is going to die, and so I'm going to have to end this stream. Because I don't want it to be a repeat of last week.
I mean, that again. I like to point out that Rey, I think in The Last Jedi, was established to have dark side tendencies a little bit, which I guess makes sense for her being the granddaughter of Palpatine in a way. So I guess that was established. So I thought, okay.
There was the conflict within her, which I did like. Real quick here, Step, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Says Solo is a great movie. In my opinion, they shouldn't have made it and replaced everyone's Han's right after they killed him. Hold on, wait, let me read that again. Solo is a great movie. In my opinion, they shouldn't have made it and replaced everyone Han's right after they killed him off. That's what I think. That's what I think really subconsciously made people not like, the fact that they had just killed Han in
and then they immediately recast,
and then no, I agree. I agree.
They recast a younger version of Han. It's not like they just recasted Harrison Ford's character. It's just telling a younger Han Solo.
I still think that, I don't know, I feel like in hindsight, Solo would have been probably better off as a Disney Plus series rather than a movie.
I gotta be honest.
Maybe, but you know what? They're talking about bringing it back though. So they've been talking about bringing it back as a series, trying to get everybody back. And I think, and at first everybody was like, no, that'll never happen. They'll never bring all these characters because they won't come on Disney Plus.
Well, I gotta be honest.
Tell that to all the major stars that have appeared on Disney Plus now over the last year and a half. So
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest about the Solo film. I never really disliked anything. I don't remember that much about anything. I remember only seeing it in the theaters once. The only thing I remember genuinely when I got hyped was the Darth Maul reveal, because I was like, oh no, Darth Maul.
Excellent. Yeah, the Darth Maul reveal was awesome. That got me. That was cool. I was not expecting the Darth Maul reveal. It blew me away.
Yeah, that was a genuine surprise. Well, I know you got to end the stream. But did you see the new Batman trailer at all?
I have not. In fact, what I'll probably do when I get off here then is we could talk about it tonight though. When I'm done here, because they're installing the Wi-Fi here. So once they're done here, I'll be going home. But yeah, what I'll probably do is as soon as I end this stream is I'll plug my phone in, and while I'm testing, because I'm testing the one of the things I needed to be doing instead of streaming, but I love you guys, is I needed to be testing the projectors that we have for the church. So what I'll probably do is unplug this or plug my phone in, and when I plug my phone in, I will look up the Batman trailer, since you guys said it came out today. So, and then we can talk about it tonight if you want. Talk about it tonight.
That's really cool.
All right. Cool, man.
All
right, guys.
Finally.
Well, hey, thank you all for being here. Yeah, I'm excited about things that are going on, man. I got all these cool new chairs. We got the Wi-Fi going in. I'm gonna get screens up and everything. So we're doing some good here in Flint and helping some people. And tomorrow we're getting some staging and that should be really cool. So, like I said, we're gonna make this whole area more like a talk show set.
All right.
So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be like interactive, and yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. But thank you guys for joining me online.
All
Appreciate you guys. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Thanks to everybody who gets super chats. H Barts and Step, man, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, let me see if I can get out of here. This brand
Bye,
thing.
everyone.
This brand thing is weird on my phone. Everything is. Hey, RJ, have you ever tried to do this on your phone with StreamYard?
I did yesterday. It was a complete nightmare. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, you just got to get used to it. Like everything is there, but it's like in different weird
Well,
places.
to add like
Yeah, I
video
get
and
it.
share
You're in the
screen,
phone.
and click
It's
on
not like in the
guest, and then
computer.
click on add. It's weird. It took me forever to figure it out.
It is weird, but you know what? But it's still cool. I mean, it's fun. It's just really different. So it's like I still have all my drops and everything, but it's like I can't hear them unless I hit the sound button and stuff. So it's fun. It's fun. But there we go. All right, guys. Love y'all. Stay nerdy. Stay good. We'll see y'all
Bye,
next time.
everyone.
Smash that like